Good evening and welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. You are joining us for Friday Night Lights here in Melissa, Texas. Thank you for joining us here as we welcome you to the broadcast. Your Melissa Cardinals hosting the Frisco Memorial Warriors tonight, and it is the first district game of the year for your Cardinals, and they come in with a 1-1 record, coming off a big victory over Frisco High School last week by a final score of 52-13, and we are so glad you are joining us tonight. This is Trey Graham here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. I will be joined later on by a whole series of special guests, and we look forward to welcoming them into the booth and welcoming you into the booth as well. Remember, our email address is mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you are watching from or listening from. Hope you're joining us on our live stream, which is on the Melissa ISD YouTube channel, or you're listening on the Mixlr app on the radio feed, wherever you are in the world. We'd love to hear from you. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Tell us who you're rooting for, who your favorite Cardinal is, and we'd love to hear from you. We'll be talking about college football. We'll be talking about the Cowboys, all kinds of things as the game goes along. But we, of course, are here for the purpose of Friday Night Lights and Melissa Cardinals football. Again, this is district game number 1 of the season. As the Cardinals had 2 games in the non-district schedule, they'll have 8 in the district schedule. And this is the first district game of the year. It is also senior night here in Melissa, Texas. This is actually senior night number 2 because of the growth of the program, the number of sports, the number of athletes in each sport. The program continues to grow. The high school continues to grow. So there are 2 different senior nights. And the seniors from the swim team, the flag corps, the tennis team, and the band and the color guard will be presented tonight. And you'll get to enjoy that here in just a moment as the parents and family members are gathered down in the south end zone, getting ready to escort their seniors onto the field. This is the second ever matchup between Melissa High School and Frisco Memorial. Memorial leads the all-time series 1-0, having defeated the Cardinals back 3 years ago. It was played in September of 2021. The Warriors defeated the Cardinals back then by a score of 58-35. So the all-time record is Memorial 1-0, and the Cardinals come into tonight with a 1-1 record, as we mentioned. Tough loss in the season opener against Little Rock Parkview, the defending state champs from the state of Arkansas. And then Melissa had a big win at the Star last week over Frisco High School. And so the first Friday night game of the year, we started out on Saturday evening against Parkview, and then we were Thursday evening last week against Frisco High School. So it's finally back on the normal schedule, playing some Friday night football here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, the second season ever of this beautiful facility. And the Memorial Warriors are 0-2 on this season as they come in tonight. They lost to Terrell in their season opener, 28-0, and they lost to Dallas Woodrow Wilson High School, 19-14. We mentioned this is senior night, but there's also a whole bunch of junior Cardinals down on the field, as you can see. Junior Cardinals from all different age groups and sports. Some of them will be walking in with the players when the team is introduced here in about 25 minutes. Others will be recognized out on the field as the pregame festivities continue. Again, this is Trey Graham joining you on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Our special guests will join us as we get closer to kickoff. Remember our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We'd love to hear from you, wherever you are watching or listening Of course, there were some games played in the area last night on Thursday evening, as we did a week ago. And Frisco Lone Star defeated McKinney North 49-13. Frisco Lone Star is now 3-0 on the season. Woodrow Wilson, who defeated these Frisco Memorial Warriors last week, had a big win over Mesquite Poteet, 23-21 last night. Flower Mound defeated Lake Highlands, Midlothian over Kimball. All kinds of games around the area last night, but of course most of the action's going on tonight around the area in our district. All the teams are getting underway. Not only, of course, this game, Frisco Memorial and Melissa, but Frisco Liberty at Lovejoy. And the Lovejoy Leopards are 0-2 this year so far under their new head coach, Todd Dodge. So Lovejoy trying to get on track. And Denison versus Frisco Independence tonight in our district. So we will be tracking those games as we go through. One of the games in our district was played last night. Brand new high school called Prosper Walnut Grove, who's in the Cardinals district, which is for 5A Division II. Walnut Grove had a big win over Frisco Emerson in an upset last night, and showing some guts at the end. Frisco Emerson was up 28-21. Walnut Grove scored with a minute left in the ball game. Chose to go for two for the win and got it and held on the final minute. And Walnut Grove defeated Frisco Emerson 29-28 in our district. So the 8 teams in our district, 4 games each week. 1 was played last night, 3 tonight. Focusing, of course, on your Melissa Cardinals and the Frisco Memorial Warriors. As you can see, the senior night activities are lining up as we are about to get ready for the presentation here by the public address announcer, George James. You'll get to hear that in a few moments and watch that. It's also camo night for the student section, so that's why you'll see all kinds of shirts and pants and jackets and hats and all kinds of things in camouflage tonight. The Melissa High School Student Council decides a theme. Last week when we were at the Star in Frisco, it was Neon Night. And so it looked like a whole bunch of TxDOT workers in the visitor section over there at the Star, and it's camo night tonight, so that's why you'll see that in the student section. And those are the senior night families who are getting lined up and ready to go. Thank you again for emailing in, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. And last week, before the first Cowboys game of the year, we asked folks their Cowboys prediction for the season. You're always welcome to send us your thoughts. We're going to go down to the field now and enjoy the senior night activities led by the public address announcer, George James, and we'll be back here to the broadcast booth in just a few moments.
Tonight is senior night, and at this time, Melissa ISD will be honoring student athletic seniors participating in swimming, tennis, flag bearing, band, and cover. I ask that you hold your applause until all of the students have been announced.
That'll go into the lens, the new one.
First up is swimming. ADL Torres, escorted by his mother, Erica Torres, plans to swim at college and study biomedical engineering. Our flag runner, Joshua Esther, escorted by Robert and Nicole Esther. Joshua plans to attend Embry-Riddle University and pursue aerospace engineering. Juliet Counts for tennis. She's escorted by Alicia Counts, who plans to attend the University of Arkansas and study pre-law. Grayson Dalby, she's in tennis and is a flag runner, escorted by parents Dallas and Janelle Dalby and sister Addison. Plans to attend Baylor University and study pre-med. Taylor Katz for tennis, escorted by parents Neil and Melissa Katz. Plans to attend the University of Arlington and study pre-physical therapy. Glory Sadek for tennis, escorted by Esam and Mariam Sadek. Plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin and study cardiology. Joseph Scott for tennis, escorted by Ted and Valerie Scott. Plans to serve on a mission for his church and then attend BYU. Now for band, Alan Beckman, escorted by Jerry Warden. Plans to attend the University of Texas in Austin to major in computer science. Angeline Bonilla Garcia, escorted by her father Jose Bonilla, mother Maricela Garcia, and sister Aya. Plans to attend the University of North Texas to study classical guitar performance. Jake Chopla, being escorted by Kevin and Debbie Chopla, plans to attend Texas Tech University and major in electrical engineering. Havisha Chilaveri is with color guard and tennis. She's been escorted by Shanivas and Joe T. Chilaveri. Plans to study pre-med when she goes to college. Emily Clark is escorted by mom and stepdad Heather and Brooks Greger, dad and stepmom Jerry and Nikki Clark. He plans to work as a cosmetologist and pursue nursing degree at Texas Tech. Ava Daigle, escorted by her mother Angela, dad and stepmom Chris and Jessica, and brother Benton. Plans to major in music education at Texas Tech University. Emily Dalton is with the color guard, escorted by Aunt Jessica Moore, cousin Blakely Moore, and brother Logan. Plans to attend college at BYU. Jackson Day, escorted by Joshua and Lindsay Day, plans to attend college to earn a degree in music education. David Donnan is escorted by Cody and McKinnon, plans to attend the University of North Texas and pursue a career in music. Josh Fine, escorted by Mary Fine and Jason Armstrong, plans to go to college for computer science. Ava Fox with the color guard is being escorted by Jeff and Robin Fox and sister Aubrey Tarantine. Plans on going to college and pursue a career in criminal psychology. Kerry Gomez with the color guard. Escorted by Maryville and Terrence Caligari, Lucio Gomez, and Zamira Shakan. Plans to pursue a college degree. Caleb Hoffman is escorted by Randy and Natalie Hoffman. Plans to attend Collin College, then transfer to A&M to pursue a degree in education. Kinsey Howland with the color guard is being escorted by Mark and Susanna Croft. Plans to study architecture. Jansen Morales, escorted by Abel and Rowena Morales, plans to attend Collin College and then transfer to pursue a degree in computer engineering. Brent Morrison, escorted by Rhett and Carla Morrison, plans to attend a four-year university. Kyle Nichols, escorted by his mother Misty Cox and father Rick Nichols and brother Luke, plans to go to college for music education. Alian Narani, escorted by Aliyah Narani, plans to attend Embry-Riddle University and major in electrical engineering. Alexander Patrikoff is escorted by Dan and Diane Petrikoff. Plans to attend the Air Force Academy and serve his country. Kelly Rife with the color guard is escorted by parents Neil and Crystal Phillips. Plans to study small animal management. Nathan Rose, escorted by Ryan and Lacey Rose, plans to attend college and go into the ministry. Royal Sabal, escorted by John and Estella Williams, plans to enlist in the United States Army as a combat medic and serve his country. Laura Seagraves Shields, escorted by Zach Robinson, plans to attend A&M to study forensics and criminology. Rahul Muthakalai Sintha Kumar, escorted by parents Sintha Kumar, Muthakalai, and Sivasundari Ramasani. Plans to attend the University of Texas at Dallas or Texas A&M and study computer science.
Yes, George. Don't worry about it.
Ethan Shorters is escorted by Jonathan and Trina Shorters. Plans to attend a university and major in software engineering. Sienna Sidler with the color guard, escorted by Jennifer Sidler, plans to go study nursing. Logan Venner, escorted by Michael and Hallie Venner, plans to attend Texas Tech University, majoring in music education and having a minor in theater. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a great big Melissa applause for these great, great, great senior athletes?
Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. We welcome you back into our broadcast booth here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. You just enjoyed seeing down on the field the introduction of senior night tonight for the swim team, the flag corps, the tennis team, the band, and the color guard. As we told you, this is senior night number 2 here. 2 weeks ago was senior night number 1 when other students were introduced, but enough students to make 2 senior nights. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. We're getting you ready for the game tonight between your Melissa Cardinals and the Frisco Memorial Warriors. And we're going to take it back to our studio to hear the coaches show that we call the Red Red Rally with Coach Matt Nally. Hello, welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham with Coach Matt Nally. You're joining us for the pregame show, the Red Red Rally with Coach Matt Nally. And Coach, a 1-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Tough loss in the season opener, then came back with a big win against the Frisco Raccoons, 52-13. Dominated really in all areas of the game. Let's have your thoughts on the Frisco victory.
It's a good victory just because of the fact of they are a classification above us. But it was awesome to see how our kids would react after adversity. And the Parkview, the game, and just the way it went, and that team in general, it was so cool to see how our kids went through the week of practice and prep, and not just that, but a short week. And people don't understand, we played on Saturday, and we turned around and played on Thursday. And that was extremely difficult for the coaching staff, but also was extremely difficult for kids. It's one less work day, but it's also one less recovery day.
I'm going to say something to the audience. If you guys don't know about football coaches, if you've ever heard the phrase creatures of routine,
yes.
Football coaches like their routines,
Correct.
And they dislike when you change routines.
Correct. And I'm glad you brought that up because I am by the second person. Like, I've got to make sure that it's by the minute. And
so they took away 24 hours on you.
Yeah, they took away 24, but they took
They
away
got 48 because you played Saturday, Thursday.
Yes,
Yeah.
But what got me more than anything was the game was at 7 and not 7:30, and I'm like, I want that game at 7:30. But but yes, just the kids and the coaches and how they got through that short week, because essentially, we came up on that Saturday before the Parkview game. We started prepping for Frisco, and most of the coaches spent the night at the field house or spent most of the early mornings of Sunday there before we came back for our 1 o'clock meeting on Sunday, prepping for Frisco. And then it's right after it again. And thank goodness for Labor Day and allowing us to kind of sleep in and whatnot a little bit. But just seeing the kids and how they reacted through the short week, but also with a great opponent as Frisco. We got fortunate enough to really jump out quick. And our defense played amazing. Our offense came along, and they did an amazing job as well. So special teams, we got a block and a return. So it was really, really exciting to see how every aspect of the game came together on Thursday night.
And because you had a big lead, you were able to play a lot of players.
Right. And that's something that I firmly believe in. I believe in that, first off, I believe every kid deserves an experience. Every kid deserves to be developed. But at the end of the day, it's only going to help us throughout the season. Knock on wood, you're going to have an injury here or there, and you need the next guy to be ready. And this gives the opportunity for the next guy to be ready. So
we have the kickoff tonight against Frisco Memorial, back home, Coach Kenny Deal Stadium.
Yes,
so first question, how nice is it to be home? Second question, how nice is it to be home on a Friday night?
It's kind of wild. I think it was my wife that said, this is our first Friday night game. And I was like, what? Oh yeah, you're right. This is our first Friday night game. So it's great to get back into the normal routine of things. But to be back at Melissa and to be back at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium is just makes it more special. I know that our kids enjoy just the whole aura that Kenny Deal Stadium brings, and running out on a Friday night and in front of the fans and the student section. The student section was amazing on Thursday night, but just having that entire process and whatnot, I think is just awesome. And for me too, it is so amazing when you walk out and you see so many people at a Friday night football game. So yeah, Melissa is very special, and we're super blessed to be here.
The last question for you on the first game against Parkview and now on the Memorial game, both senior nights. Melissa's high school's gotten so big with so many programs and students, you have to split it up. Talk about the cool factor of senior night.
Well, I think the difference for me is when I started coaching 22 years ago, I think we maybe had like 4 or 5 seniors on the whole team. And now we had 43 seniors on the team, but it's a pro and a con. So there's a few days within the coach's life in a season that you dread. You dread picture day, you dread senior night, and you dread homecoming. You just don't know the mentality of the kid.
Because you're the routine guy again. Yeah.
And there's so many things that are going on, and you don't want there to be a distraction or anything like that as it's going on. But it's an awesome time to reflect about each kid as they're walking down the hill and just their time at Melissa. And I think that one thing as human beings that we take for granted is time. And you get to see that guy progress, and you get to see that person walk down, and you go through the highlights that you've had with that person and all the things that you've experienced with that person. But watching them walk down, all the growth that has taken place with that person is amazing. And I cherish it. When I was a younger coach, I did not enjoy it. I wanted senior night to be over with, and let's play the football game. But now it gives me an opportunity to really cherish those kids and the things that they've been through. And the thing that stinks too is it's bittersweet, because you understand that 365 days from now, those kids aren't going to be there anymore. And you're going to have a different team. They'll always be Cardinals. But it's really special now, the bond that you have with them and sharing that moment with them and their family.
It is senior night number 2 here in Melissa, Texas. We're getting you ready for the opening kickoff. Your Melissa Cardinals begin the district schedule tonight, hosting Frisco Memorial, and we hope you will stick around for the opening kickoff. It's going to be a great night of football here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. This is Trey Graham joining you with the coach here, Red Rally with Coach Matt Nally. Welcome back here to our broadcast booth. This is Trey Graham. You just heard my pregame conversation with Coach Matt Nally as we get you ready for tonight's ball game between the Melissa Cardinals and the Frisco Memorial Warriors. Thank you for joining us tonight here on the Melissa ISD YouTube channel on our live stream, also on our radio broadcast on the Mixler app. Make sure you follow the Melissa ISD YouTube channel, and make sure you follow the Melissa Cardinals Network on Facebook so you can stay updated about everything that's going on around the program. We're getting ready for the kickoff tonight, district game number 1. And in just a moment, we will have the entrance of the visiting team, the Frisco Memorial Warriors. And we'll have the school song from the Cardinals. Your Cardinals will be entering the field from the north end zone in just a few moments. Remember our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We'd love to hear from you, and we have folks around the country, around the world who join us because they are Melissa Cardinal fans. We also have folks here in the stadium, our good friends from all over the country checking in tonight. Some downstairs below us and some on the YouTube channel and the radio broadcast. Richard Flatley is checking in from Illinois. Beth and Rich Flatley, granddaughter is Alexis on the color guard. And they say go Cardinals and say hello to Alexis. Leslie Reddick Farrell, Michael Farrell, our good friends joining us as always. Go Cardinals and beat the Warriors. And then, of course, cheering on the Army Black Knights as she should do, as you should do. Cheering on the Army Black Knights who are off this weekend. That would be the undefeated 2-0 Army Black Knights. And they are undefeated. They have a weekend off. And other folks are checking in on the email chain. We'll follow along with you, mcnr@melissaisd.org. The starting lineups for your Cardinals. On offense, the left tackle is Max Wright. The left guard is Owen Hollenbeck. The center is Demondre Tasby. The right guard is Jake Brown, and the right tackle is Ryder Slayton. The quarterback, of course, junior number 10, Noah Schuback, who was our offensive player of the game in the victory over Frisco High School a week ago. Noah is 39 of 65 passing on the year, and he's thrown for 560 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And the leading rusher and the starting running back tonight, we anticipate it to be the freshman, Jeremiah Tabor, known as Bear. The receivers you'll see tonight, Jacob Nye, Brett Poole, Chris Davis, Jaden Poole. The tight end, Reese Carter. Jacob Nye is the leading receiver on the year, 15 receptions, 296 yards, averaging just under 20 yards per catch, 5 touchdown catches, and a 2-point conversion. He has 32 points in 2 ball games. So Noah Schuback has thrown for 5 touchdowns, and every one of them has gone to senior number 9, Jacob Nye. The Cardinals are averaging 463 yards on offense per game in the first 2 ball games, and their offense looked very strong this past week. A little bit of struggle in the first game against a very tough opponent, but the offense got on track this past Friday under offensive coordinator Ryan Hamilton, and the offense was looking sharp a week ago. Here comes the Memorial Warriors entering the field from the south end zone. And one thing Cardinal fans will notice, their color scheme, of course, the black and gold with the white jerseys with the big M on the logo, kind of like University of Missouri over there. But another thing you're going to notice is there's not many of them out there tonight. The Cardinals have a lot of players suited out tonight on their varsity program, and the Warriors have about 30 guys suited out for tonight. So we'll give you the starting D and a few more opening comments and introduce you to our special guest in a moment, but let's get ready for football here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium.
Here in Melissa, we set the standard. It starts with one word: commitment. A commitment to the work, to the fight, to sweat in service of something bigger than ourselves. Commitment to a single goal: to win, not for glory, but for the man standing next to you. We play for each other, for our school, for our community. For us, this is more than just a game. This is the Cardinal way. It's go time in Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. And if you're not rocking with Cardinal Nation, it's time to show you the meaning of red, red. Let's go, Cardinals!
Welcome to Friday Night Lights here in Melissa, Texas. You are watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. as you just saw the Melissa Cardinals entering the field from the north end zone out of the Championship Center, getting you ready for the first district game of the year. The captains for both teams met the officials at the big Cardinal logo just a moment ago. Our referee is Bernard Johnson, and the Frisco Memorial Warriors won the opening coin toss, chose to defer until the second half. So the Cardinals will go on offense first. They will be defending the south end zone, going right to left on your radio dial. You got white jerseys and black pants for Memorial. You got black jerseys and white pants for your Cardinals tonight. The national anthem will be performed here in just a moment, and we're going to go down to the field, that is, for the Melissa Cardinal Choir to perform our national anthem. And then we're going to introduce the defensive starting lineup in a few moments, get you ready for the opening kickoff. Thank you for joining us. We'll go down to the field.
We thank thee for everything that thou hast given us, and bless that we will be kind to others and inspire one another. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Excellent performance by the Melissa High School Band, honoring America with our national anthem as we get ready for the opening kickoff tonight. Your Melissa Cardinals come in 1-1 on the season, taking on the Frisco Memorial Warriors, who are 0-2 on the year. This is the district opener, and you are watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham joining you here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, and we are joined by our first special guest of the night, and I think the theme is going to be old coaches is the old... Well, that's the new slogan for the guests for the old coaches. How's that?
I'm an old coach.
Well,
thank you for acknowledging that.
Well, how about former coach? Well,
Former
both, I
coach.
guess. They both, yeah.
Old
Okay.
and former. They both
This
work.
is Mr. Keith Murphy, Superintendent of Schools for Melissa ISD, who is an old coach, and now he's a big shot administrator, and he knows his football. He's a football player, football dad, football coach, and for a bit of our game tonight, a football broadcaster. Welcome to the booth.
Glad to be here, and I guess the biggest thing about old coaching, and I'm just a fan. So grateful to be here. What a nice evening. Beautiful choir did wonderful. So many great people coming together. Trey, you know, this was built on dreams. There were so many people from old Melissa that had such a vision for the future, and we're living in the future now. And it's just so fun to sit here and watch the cheerleaders, the band, and the families come together from both sides, and it's just an awesome experience.
Every time a new team comes in here, or in this case, a new officiating crew comes in here, I get a chance to visit with them, and all of them walk in and do what you would expect them to do and do the big look around and see how beautiful this facility is. And referee Bernard Johnson was a very nice gentleman, had a chat down on the field with him, and he's ready to call the game tonight as the Warriors deferred the opening coin toss. So the Cardinals will take over on offense here in just a moment. 12 minutes on the clock, no score. We are glad you were underway. Friday Night Lights here in Melissa, Texas. And the Warriors will kick the ball deep. And it's going to bounce and be picked up by Davis at the 15-yard line. Makes one man miss. And the Cardinals will get the field position right around their 24-yard line. We told you the offense is led by offensive coordinator Ryan Hamilton. The trigger man, quarterback Noah Schuback, comes in completing 60% of his passes on the year, 5 touchdowns against 3 interceptions, and he brings the offense out. 1st and 10, Cardinals at the 24-yard line, ball on the right hash. Bear Tabor, the freshman running back, in the backfield next to him. Twins to the short side, 1 receiver wide left. That's Poole with the yellow gloves. They're going to hand it to Tabor going left on the first play, and he's going to have a first down and more. Nice, tough run by the freshman running back. Takes it out to the 39-yard line. Quickly to the line of scrimmage are the Cardinals. White over black for the Warriors, black over white for the Cardinals. And give it to Bear Tabor, a 2nd consecutive play, and the freshman's going to have another first down. Mr. Murphy, tough run for that youngster.
You know, and it's impressive what the offensive line in front of those guys look good in the uniform, and they do a great job, take a lot of pride in this football game.
1st and 10, just beyond the midfield stripe. Give it to him a 3rd time in a row, and another first down, a breakaway. 30, 20, 10. He's going to be taken down near the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Cardinals. And this has been the all-Bear Tabor drive so far. He's got 69 yards rushing in the first 3 plays. They're going to give it to him one more time, and he's going to push it down to the 2-yard line. 4 plays, 4 times you hand it off to the freshman running back. And he's going to check out now, get a break, and Zaid Shahid's going to check in. 2nd and goal, Cardinals from the 2-yard line, ball on the right hash. 2 receivers to the short side. Poole split to the boundary. Tight end wing left. Give it to Shahid, and that running back carry's going to lose a yard. 3rd and goal from the 3 coming up. Mr. Murphy, you mentioned the O-line. Max Wright, the left tackle. Owen Hollenbeck, left guard. DeMondre Tasby's the center. Jake Brown and Ryder Slayton on the right side. 3rd and goal from the 3. The Warriors jump. Melissa thinks they have a free play. They throw it into the end zone to Poole. Incomplete. Couldn't bring it in. And we'll see if we're going to get
there's a flag.
Half the distance penalty. I'm joined with the broadcast right now, one of our special guests of the evening, Melissa Superintendent Mr. Murphy. Talk about some school district stuff here when we get a break in a moment. It is a half the distance penalty for defensive offside, says referee Johnson, so it'll be 3rd and goal again from the 1.5-yard line. Cardinals in a huddle. You don't see that very often in Melissa, Texas. Group of players in a circle talking to each other. Here's I formation, the jumbo formation. Reverse out, hand the ball to the I back, and go nowhere on the play. Good defensive stop for the Warriors. And it's 4th and goal, chip shot field goal. Decision time for Coach Nally. 4th and goal from the 3, and he keeps the base offense out there. And they get rid of the jumbo package. Jaden Poole and Brett Poole, the brothers, are the Twins' left. 4th and goal from the 3. Shotgun for Schuback. He looks to the home side for a play call. We've played 2 minutes, scoreless football here in Melissa, Texas. District opener tonight. 4th and goal from the 3. Snap is back. Fake it to the handoff. Throw it out to the little drag route. Easy touchdown, Cardinals. Reese Carter, the tight end, with a little bit of a drag route. Easy throw and catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. Our touchdowns tonight brought to you by Crossland Construction. Cardinals lead 6-0. Here's the PAT unit. The holder is going to be Tate Kirk, and the kicker's the lefty, Sham McGregor. Comes in for this first PAT of the night. Snap is back. Kick is up. It is good. Your Cardinals lead 7-0. They have a 76-yard touchdown drive, all on the ground except for the final 3 yards. Touchdown pass from Schuback to Reese Carter. That's Carter's first touchdown catch of the year. Schuback's 6th touchdown pass. With 9:37 to go, first quarter, Cardinals lead 7-0. Mr. Murphy, give us some good news about Melissa ISD.
Well, I'll tell you, Trey, you do a great job. You've done this for years, and I know you work on Sundays mainly, but this is a great job that you do for us, and we're so proud to have that partnership with you. Trey, how many years have you been doing this?
This is season number 17.
Yeah, and it's awesome. I've gotten to spend a few of these with you, and it's really an honor to sit here with you tonight. And we're blessed to be in Melissa.
There's something I want to ask you about. I'm going to ask it, and when we get a chance, I want you to comment on it. We live in the real world. We all know that. There were a number of games across the Metroplex, Mr. Murphy, that moved locations. The home team was switched to the visiting team, etc., because of security concerns at some games. So we're going to address a little bit of real world stuff in a moment with you.
Yes, sir.
It's a pooch kick by Nick Hernandez, and it's going to be taken by the Warriors at their own 28-yard line. Frisco's going to come out on offense for the first time. We'll give you the starting D for your Cardinals, led by the defensive coordinator, Todd Pennington. Melissa runs a 3-4 alignment. Jacob Wasserman, Logan Diamore, and Hudson Zufelt up front. Zufelt was our defensive player of the game last week. Uche Dimka, Colin Craig, Grayson Donahoe, Max Corbin are the 4 linebackers. Jared Patusik is one of the corners. His brother Jake Patusik is a safety. You're going to see Rocky Dunn and Noah Husband out there. 1st and 10, Warriors at their own 27-yard line. Ball in the right hash, trips left. Shotgun snap, hand the ball off, and it's about 2 yards for that gain. Any comments about we got to play this game in the real world?
You know, it's just a comment on the times. It's a sad thing. You know, our primary responsibility is the safety of our kids. We've got a wonderful police chief, Chris Fontana, that we've hired in this year. He's got a wonderful staff, and, you know, we work hard at that. But, you know, there is evil out there. I have to acknowledge that. It's sad that we have to be thinking about those things, but we always are.
2nd down, 7. They throw a little out route to the right side, incomplete pass. Coverage there for the Cardinals by Max Corbin. So, as I said, there were more than a handful of games across the Metroplex where it was supposed to be in one team's stadium, and they switched it to the other team's stadium out of security concerns. And that's one of the reasons you see uniformed officers all around here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. To be honest, it's one of the reasons we have uniform officers at church on Sunday mornings with us as well. We live in this world. 3rd and 7, rolling left, throwing left, caught just short of the sticks. Good coverage there for the Cardinals. And it's going to be stopped just short of the sticks. 4th and 1 coming up. Nice play by Noah Husband at the corner spot. 4th and 1 from their own 36, and the Warriors keep the base offense out there. At the minus 36-yard line, Cardinals D trying to get a stop here in the Warrior side of the field. Trips right, split left, 4th and 1. Throw it on a little slant route, incomplete pass. That will turn the ball over on downs. Benjamin Wilson is the quarterback. And that was intended for his receiver, Crumbly. Cardinals D gets the stop and take over at the 36-yard line of the Warriors, leading 7-0. All right, Mr. Murphy, a little better topic, a little cheerier news. One of the things Cardinal fans may notice is how the staff continues to grow. The program is growing. Lots of coaches, lots of trainers, lots of everything. The program is just expanding every year.
Well, you know, the district, we have nearly 1,000 employees, and I think we started out with maybe 250 several years ago, so we're growing everywhere.
1st down and 10, hand the ball off, going left, and turning the corner is Chinamora, his first carry of the ball game. He'll take it to the 27-yard line. 2nd down, 1 coming up. So give us the current enrollment numbers for the district and for the high school if you have it.
I believe we're close to 1,900 or a little better at the high school, and I think 8,000 across the district. We're nearing 8,000. You know, don't blink, we'll be there for sure.
2nd and 1, Chinamora with a 1st down pickup of 5. 8,000 in the district. Now this is year what for you, 14?
13, 32 in total. How about that, Trey? Yeah, talking about an old coach.
I was talking about old coach.
Old coach, you got that right.
14th year here in Melissa. 13th year. 13th, okay. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Twins right, Schuback looks to his right, throws a go route into the end zone. It's going to be
Wonderful
caught.
throw.
Touchdown Cardinals. Jacob Nye with his 6th touchdown catch of the year. Schuback's 7th touchdown, his 2nd tonight. Cardinals lead 13-0. 7:29 to go, first quarter. Beautiful throw and catch from the junior quarterback to his best friend, that senior wide receiver, number 9.
That's just hard to defend.
Shan McGregor on for the 2nd PAT of the night. The snap is back. The kick is up. It is good. Cardinals lead 14-0. So about 8,000 students in the district. And when you arrived here 13 years ago, there were
1,400.
1,400
was the data I was looking at.
1,400, and now at 8,000. So the next question, obviously, is that slope on the graph, is that increase going to continue at the pace that it's going now?
We're going to employ another demographic study.
Which you guys have to do all the time.
All the time. And they're going to be coming in, and we keep outperforming the numbers on the demographic studies. We perform at the high end, and I think that's because we got a great place for kids. Obviously we're perfect. We go through growing pains just like any fast district would do, but I think we do it really well. And I think we're really responsive to our student needs and staff needs, and really love being a part of this community.
1,900 or so at the high school. And, of course, one of the questions then becomes, we are in the first year of a 2-year cycle with the UIL redistricting. The question mark is, will the Cardinals stay 5A D1 or be D2 or
6A.
6A?
Potentially. We were talking with Katie Stinton, the girls' athletic coordinator, at the volleyball game tonight, and the lower grade levels are just exploding.
It's a big pyramid, right?
It's a big pyramid, and they're exploding. So as graduating classes walk away, the larger classes come in. So we'll just see where we're going to be.
Fair catch by the Warriors on the pooch kick. They'll take over near their 28-yard line. Warriors trail your Cardinals 14-0. This is Trey Graham along with Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Keith Murphy. Remember our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. We told you our referee is Bernard Johnson, umpire Mario Gills, headlinesman Jeremy Bosley, side judge Don King Jr., line judge Kevin Hatcher, field judge James Osborne, and the back judge is Milan Collins. First and 10 Warriors. They'll spot it at the 27. 2 receivers to each side. And Wilson takes the shotgun snap, throws it, completes the slant route, and a nice move gets the Warriors a first down out to their 40-yard line. I know you know this because you actually know more about Melissa ISD than I do. But I told the audience that of all the people who are happiest with our redistricting for this year and next year, it's going to be your transportation department. Since we play 9 games this year inside Collin County.
That is nice. And I'll tell you, traffic across Collin County is tough, but it's nice not to be traveling so far. Speaking of buses, we had 33 new bus routes this year.
33 new bus routes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So how many total?
How many routes do we have total? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Just the new numbers are what I have.
Okay, all right.
The most updated
Personal
numbers.
foul against the Cardinals defense gives the Warriors a first down at the Cardinal 45. So 33 new bus routes and some X number of previous ones.
Yeah,
okay.
And buses are expensive, Trey.
Well, and gas ain't cheap.
Gas not cheap. And the insurance is crazy high.
They're going to fake the handoff, do the Warriors. They're going to throw in a sideline route, incomplete pass. Good coverage for the Cardinals by Patusek. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That play had potential. They did a nice job drawing it up, but I'll tell you what, our secondary did a good job playing good football.
6:53 to go, first quarter. Your Cardinals lead 14-0. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. You're watching and listening to the broadcast tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for emailing in, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We've got a series of special guests tonight. Right now it's the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Murphy. Motion man on 2nd and 10. They're going to run jet sweep going left, and the Cardinals do a good job stringing it out.
Awesome job.
Good tackle there by Rocky Dunn from the safety spot. And no gain. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Rocky Dunn.
6:48 on the clock. Referee Johnson tells us it was an illegal formation by the Warriors offense. Back him up 5 yards. We're going to try 2nd and 15. Once our umpire walks in the northerly direction, that is. They haven't moved the ball yet.
May have declined that. I don't know, Trey. See what happens.
Yes, sir.
3rd down, they took it down, so they declined that.
I think you're right. Okay.
It's a good move.
All right, the Cardinals do decline the penalty, so it's 3rd and 10. 2 receivers right. They're going to run quarterback draw, and then he pulls it down late and throws it for a 1st down. Nice job there by Wilson, the quarterback. He completed that to Crumbly. And the Warriors have got their best offensive drive of this quarter. They're going to have a new set of downs at the Cardinal 28-yard line. Clock rolling, approaching the halfway mark. Mr. Murphy, I know you want to talk about the undefeated Army Black Knights. I'm sure we'll get to that as time goes along.
Isn't that a lot of fun?
Hey, root for the good guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Trips right, split left, and the Warriors are going to have to call timeout. Head coach Jeff Jackson didn't like what he was seeing there. We are so glad to be joining you here tonight, and we thank you for spending your Friday evening with us. And it's finally time to have a Friday night game, and we're so glad. We, at this timeout, want to invite all of our listeners to an event happening 2 weeks from tonight. It will be our next home game, Melissa hosting the Purple People. That would be the defending state champ Anna Coyotes will be in town. And right after that event is a 5th quarter event, the First Melissa Student Ministry hosting a 5th quarter event. And Mr. Murphy, I know you want to go, but you're not invited. But you need to know about human foosball.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
Like big pillow things you wear.
That'd be awesome.
Human foosball, soccer darts, gloam party, food truck, music and more at First Melissa 5th quarter. Friday night, September 27th. As soon as the game is over, all the students from Melissa High School and Anna High School are invited to the First Melissa 5th quarter event. You can't play foosball, but you can go watch it, I guess, if you want to.
At this age, that would hurt. It's going to be great for kids, but for us old folks, that may hurt.
Throw it into the end zone to the Warriors, and they're going to be able to bring in the catch after a lot of contact in the end zone. We'll wait to see who the flag is on. That catch was made by Chase Coleman, their best player. According to Coach Nally, he's going to the UCLA Bruins. Mr. Coleman is, and the kind of a hope and a prayer pass into the end zone for the Warriors comes down, and they get the 6 points. Here comes the officials.
Touchdown.
Referee Johnson calls defensive pass interference. Of course, the Warriors decline it. Coach Jackson takes the 6 points, and they will come in for their first PAT attempt of the night. And it's going nowhere. Cardinals get the stop there. And the kicker's name, Mr. Murphy, Mateo Gentile. That's a name.
Mom did good. Mateo's a good name. Nice. I tell you what, Memorial's doing a great job of throwing those balls on those underneath routes, and that last receiver did a great job staying with the football. There was some contact by us, and great catch that he made. But they're doing a good job of executing some underneath throws in our zone coverage. We'll see how that goes throughout the game.
6:09 to go, first quarter. Cardinals now lead 14-6, and they'll send out their kickoff return unit. Back deep will be Chris Davis and Jake Patusek. Mr. Murphy, we've gotten a lot of other people on the record. The Cowboys' season's already begun, so you're a little late to the party, but Your season record prediction for the Cowboys in their 17 games?
You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. Sometimes that's very hard to admit. I grew up with the Cowboys. You know, I can't predict anything with the Cowboys. You know, let's just go. Let's just go. Let's quit talking. Let's go Cowboys.
All right.
No, I couldn't make a
blind
prediction.
Loyalty.
Yeah, a blind loyalty.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair. All right, leading 14-6. The Cardinals are going to receive this kickoff now from the Warriors, who just had that touchdown pass from Benjamin Wilson to Chase Coleman. And they're going to kick it deep, and Patusik will take it and drop it and pick it up at the 14-yard line, straight up the hash at the 20, out past the 30-yard line. Good field position for the Cardinals. They'll start just near the 34-yard line. First down 10 Cardinals as the offense comes back out on the field. Noah Schuback has 2 touchdown passes so far tonight. One to the tight end Reese Carter and one to wide receiver Jacob Nye. Halfway through this first quarter, you are watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. We are here at the Deal Dome, Estadio de Deal. First and 10, hand the ball off, going left, and it's a tough run by the freshman Tabor, and he'll pick up 4 yards on the play. The Dealatorium, the Dealaceum, the house that Deal built. Mr. Murphy, I've had years to come up with the list.
I like them all.
Okay.
I like them all.
Twins right, split left on 2nd and 6. Fake the handoff. Schuback looks left, throws left. Brett Poole with a nice grab, but he's not able to bring it in before he goes out of bounds. Incomplete pass, and there's a flag on the play. That's not Poole's glove, but that's a flag. They are the same color, but that is a penalty flag. That was a 2nd and 6 play. Our referee tells us.
Ineligible. Downfield.
Penalty against the Cardinals offense. 5.5 minutes to go. First quarter. Back up the Cardinals. Makes it 2nd down 11. Our first quarter replays brought to you by Aiden Complete Air Conditioning. So thank you for our first quarter replays. Make sure you follow the Melissa Cardinals Network on Facebook and Melissa ISD on YouTube and stay always informed about the program. On 2nd and 11, Schuback has time, rolls right. He's going to tuck it, and the junior is going to have a tough run near the sticks on 2nd and long. Good run by Schuback. He came into this game after the victory last week. He threw 2 touchdowns and ran for 1 against Frisco High School. Gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 1 at the Cardinal 44-yard line. 2 receivers left. Give it to the freshman running back who makes a move and a first down across the midfield stripe down to the 41-yard line. 15-yard gain by the freshman, and first down Cardinals. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Cardinals trying to add to their 14-6 lead. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Schuback looks right. There's Jacob Nye, who brings it in on a skinny post. Touchdown Cardinals, 41 yards out, pitch and catch. And I told you Jacob Nye was the best friend of the quarterback, and there is another reason. A little bit of a bobble, but he brings it in, kept his cool. Easy post route, touchdown Cardinals.
That's a great throw.
Schuback's 3rd on the night, Nye's 2nd on the night. Touchdown brought to you by Crossland Construction. Sham McGregor coming in for his 3rd PAT attempt of the night. With the green shoes, the left footer, it's up and good. Cardinals lead 21-6. We have 4:29 to go in this first quarter. Mr. Murphy, it's your time to brag. Give us some more good news going on in the district.
I'll tell you what, I really like us. I like our coaches a lot. They do a great job. They're good men, do a great job of mentoring our kids. And I got to hand it to our staff. You know, our buildings are full. We got kids coming everywhere, and we've got to grow a little bit with our facilities. But what an awesome group of people to work with, and what an awesome student body. And, you know, I noticed earlier our kids were all dressed in camo. They look like they're ready. It's fun to watch our student body.
By the way, are you the person who picks which theme and clothing outfits they're supposed to wear for every game?
No, but I think they do a nice job. I think they have a student leading, and they all talk about
Do
it.
they
but
consult the superintendent on whether tonight is camo night or not?
No, but he approves. It's a lot of fun to watch them.
I notice you're not in camo tonight.
I'm in black. You know.
Did you get the memo?
I wore black.
Did they send the memo to you?
No, they don't. It's always a surprise to me.
Okay. 4:29 to go in the quarter. Cardinals lead. And Hernandez with a short kick to the left side. It'll be fair caught by the Warriors.
Kicker does a nice job of placing the football, not allow them to get any good returns. Really does a good job of placing the ball.
But that's new school football. This is where I get to quote our friend Dave Phillips. Kick it deep and go hit somebody.
Yeah, well, Dave he coached and he's got a flavor. That's fine. But I'll tell you what we're doing is pretty effective.
Spotted at the 25 of the Warriors. First down 10. They trail 21-6. Their quarterback Wilson has his team at the 25-yard line. Right hash. 2 receivers to both sides. He's in the shotgun. Snap it. They're going to run jet sweep going left. And the Cardinals do an excellent job of stringing that one out. Good job by Jake Patusek on the D. The jet sweep was run by A.J. Warren. He's a sophomore, very talented player for the Warriors. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Trips right to the wide side. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Hand the ball off and going nowhere. Good job by the Cardinals D-line. Max Corbin from the linebacker spot was in the mix. You were at the volleyball game earlier. They're having a strong start to the season.
They did great tonight. We played Greenville, and I think we swept them in 3. We were up when I left in that 3rd game to get back here, but they did a fantastic job. Greenville played well. I got to give them credit, but our girls did what they had to do.
3rd and 9. Cardinals G trying to get a stop. Wilson dropped back, throws it to the right side, wide of his target.
Pressure. Good pressure.
And that was intended for Thomas Fallon, incomplete. 4th and 9. And we'll see what Coach Jackson decides to do. Sending out his punt unit. And Chris Davis, junior return man, goes back for the Cardinals. This is Trey Graham and Mr. Murphy, the superintendent of schools, here in the first quarter. Remember our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us where you're watching from or listening from, who your favorite Cardinal is. High snap, brings it down, good kick, and takes a nice
away from it.
Warrior roll, and the Cardinals will take over at the 38-yard line. 36 on the net for that punt. First down, Cardinals leading 21-6. Schuback with 3 touchdown passes leads the offense out on the field. He's got Zaid Shaheed at the running back spot, number 28 right now. Ball's on the right hash at the 39. Two receivers right, 1 left, motion man. And they're going to fake jet sweep, hand the ball to Shaheed going right.
Runs hard.
And a tough run. The gain of 9 there for Shaheed. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, just short of the midfield stripe, 2nd and 1. And he's going to trip up and fall, losing a half a yard. 3rd and short coming up. 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. So I told you that referee Johnson walked in and talked about how beautiful this place was. I'm sure you have that experience every time you bring somebody new here. Hand the ball off on 3rd and 1. First down, Cardinals.
I tell you what, it's fun to give the kids from the other communities when they come in, watching kids come in for the playoffs and their opponents. have such a great experience here. You know, what a great place to play a football game, and a great environment for all kids. And I'm really thrilled. I'm really thrilled with the hospitality that our people work with and show to the other communities. And so it's just a great place to come play football and to be a part of a Friday night event.
1st and 10. Cardinals throw it deep down the left sideline, intended for Poole.
Good coverage. Give the kid
incomplete.
Credit.
It was a nice play there.
Good throw.
And the yellow gloves of Poole couldn't bring that one in. 2nd down 10.
You know, people talk about Friday night football. It's not just football. It's the cheerleaders, it's the band, it's the grandmas and the grandpas and the little babies and then the high school kids, the middle school kids. Everybody comes together. We don't even let them talk dirty here. It's all wholesome. And what a great environment for kids and families to come together. This is a great sense of community.
Hand the ball to Shaheed on 2nd and 10. He picks up about 8, but we do have a flag on the play.
Shaheed on another ring run.
You know, speaking of safety, we live in a world that's kind of intrusive on our kids. You know, bad stuff just presents itself.
During the play, we had holding, offense number 82, 10 yards from the previous spot. We play 2nd down.
Holding call will back them up. Brings up 2nd and long.
But it's just nice to come together and watch our kids do what they do and, you know, have everybody working together. And just what a great atmosphere.
I'm going to ask you another number you're not going to know. How many Melissa ISD staff people work this event? Ushers and police officers, and do you have an idea?
Well,
it's a lot.
The city works with us, too, to give them credit. And there's a lot of them. And there's a lot that goes into this.
2nd and long, trying for Poole again.
Nice.
He catches the football, but out of bounds. Incomplete coverage for the Warriors there by Kevon Jackson. So to continue the point, when we arrive here on Friday afternoons to get ready for the game, and then as the game time approaches, there's dozens of Melissa staff people. Again, they're the ushers and the ticket takers and the police officers, and there's the concession stand folks and the chain gang and
quality people around our kids. Just awesome.
3rd and 20 for the Cardinals. After that penalty, Schuback throws a little seam route to Davis, and he brings it in. It's going to be 1st down, his first catch of the night. Good throw there by Schuback, who picked up an offer this week from the University of North Texas, did Schuback. 1st down 10 at the 26-yard line. New set of downs for the Cardinals. Twins to both sides. And they're going to give it to the freshman, Tabor. And he's going to pick up about 3 on the play as we have 70 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Cardinals leading 21-6. This is Trey Graham with Keith Murphy here on the Melissa Cardinals Network.
That young man runs hard. He rolls with his shoulder pads, rolled forward, does a good job finishing a run.
2nd down 7. Snap is back and give it to Tabor again. Not much there. 3rd down coming up. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cardinals lead 21-6. 3rd and 7. Left hash, 23-yard line. Frisco jumps. Cardinals think they have a free play. They throw it into the end zone, intended for Brett Poole. It is tipped away, incomplete
Outside.
pass.
Outside. Defense. Number 12. 5 yards from the previous spot, and we played it down.
3rd and 2 now coming up with 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Field goal from here would be about 35 yards, well within the range of both Nick Hernandez and Shan McGregor. Here's your 3rd and 2 play. Hand the ball off to the freshman going right. He has a 1st down.
Nice cut.
He's stopped just short of the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. And we'll have to see if the Cardinals choose to run another play. You know what that's called, Mr. Murphy? What those youngsters were doing on the sideline? It's called BRM in the Army. 1st and 10, and they're going to throw it into the corner of the end zone. Open receiver, touchdown, Cardinals. Touchdown, Cardinals. With 6 seconds on the clock, that catch was made by Jaden Poole, not Brett Poole, Jaden Poole. Touchdown Cardinals. Basic rifle marksmanship, BRM. Those youngsters, they're missing the rifle part of the basic rifle marksmanship, but
Scoping out the
simulated.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Here's the PAT. Shan McGregor's fourth one of this first quarter. Cardinals lead 27-6. Low snap. Tate Kirk puts it down. McGregor puts it through. Cardinals lead 28-6. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. And 4 touchdown passes from Noah Schuback, who's trying to be the offensive player of the game for the second week in a row. Mr. Murphy, what's the message you want Cardinal fans to know about the effort you guys are doing, the goals you have for the students of this district?
Oh, it's real simple. First of all, we love kids, and we want people to know that, and we take a lot of pride in raising kids with families. We work together. We want to be great partners with our community, and we are so blessed to be getting to do what we get to do. You know, we live in a difficult time. The world feels like it's lacking a little bit of trust. We want to earn people's trust, and we want to keep and maintain that trust. And we believe that when there's something not right, that we want to fix it, and those are opportunities for us to really solidify who we are and come together. You know, I wish it was easy. I wish there was not conflict, but there is. But I think when we work together, we do a great job, and the outcomes are always good.
Our guest here in the first quarter is Melissa School Superintendent, Mr. Keith Murphy. Another short kick by Nick Hernandez, taken by the Warriors at their 25-yard line. Mr. Murphy's going to leave us here soon. He's got to go schmooze. That's what superintendents do.
Get to enjoy the rest of the evening. I get to go see the kids and shake hands with people in the community. It's a great night. It's a lot of fun. I'm blessed to get to be a part of that.
Well, we appreciate you spending some time here in the booth with us. You're a listener and a viewer, and once in a while we get a microphone on you.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your evening.
We have 6 seconds to go here in the quarter. First down, Warriors at their own 25-yard line. We presume will be the final play of this opening stanza. You and your family are invited to join us at First Melissa Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. 2 receivers to each side on first down. Quarterback Wilson's going to hand the ball off.
Nice play defensively. Oh, my goodness.
Grayson Donahoe blew that play up. And the clock expires at the end of one quarter. Cardinals lead 28-6. Mr. Murphy, thank you for your time. It's great visiting with you, and we look forward to having you again in the future.
Yes, sir. It's been awesome. Thank you for having me.
Our score at the end of one quarter of play, the Cardinals lead 28-6. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham joining you here. We have a series of guests that are going to join us tonight, and we thank you for spending your Friday evening with us as we wait for the second quarter to begin. We'll go back to the studio for a great sponsor. We'll be right back.
Now through October, when you replace your existing AC system with a Duquesne Complete System from Hutchins Plumbing and Air Conditioning, you'll get more than just a cool house. When you upgrade, we'll install your choice of a home purifier system or a 10-year water heater for free. That's right, free. Give your home a tune-up in more ways than one. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Call the folks who do it all at Hutchins Plumbing and Air Conditioning or visit us online today.
Get it done right, right now.
Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham joining you on Friday night here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. At the end of one quarter of play, your Cardinals lead the Frisco Memorial Warriors by a score of 28-6. And we want to welcome to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, Coach Kenny Deal.
Trey, it's good to be here.
Have you been here before, sir?
I've been here. I haven't sat in this seat, though. So this is pretty cool. Pretty nice view.
The VIP booth is down the way. This is the Schleppers down here, but we appreciate you joining us. Rolling left on second down as we begin the quarter over the head of his intended receiver. Wilson's pass is incomplete, 3rd and 11. Coach Kenny Deal, welcome to the broadcast booth at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for setting up the digs for us.
Yes, sir. So is everything working okay tonight?
Everything, technology is nice to us tonight. Thank you, God. Yes, we have those nights where the technology doesn't cooperate, but this is one of those things. Producer Trevor says, hello, Kenny. He's always glad to hear from you.
Trevor does an amazing job.
He's the reason that technology's working tonight. Here's 3rd and 11. Twins to both sides. Straight drop back by Wilson. Has pressure. Now he steps up, and he's going to be chased down from behind. There's Hudson Zufelt, our defensive player of the game from a week ago. All right, Coach, you just walked in as the second quarter began, 28-6. Cardinals look really sharp in that first stanza.
They do. An offense looked very, very good, and just outside that one drive where they did connect on a few passes. We gave them 15 yards on the penalty, but just total dominance there by the offense in that first quarter.
4 touchdown passes by Schuback in the first quarter, and the Cardinals force a punt here. It is 4th and 10. And Davis is back deep for the Cardinals. And it's going to be a short kick.
It's going to be a dead ball.
They do blow it dead as it was rolling along the turf.
You know, the defensive play in the gap there that Grayson Donahoe did a great job of filling. He was unable to play last week, so it's good to see the senior out on the field tonight.
I believe what they're going to call is the young man went down to receive the deep snap and put his knee on the ground with the football. So he was down at the 11-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 25, and he was back the normal 15 yards for a punter. He went down for the low snap, put his knee down at the 11, and he's down. So the Cardinals get the football at the Warrior 11-yard line, and that's a mental error on the special teams.
Don't believe I've ever seen that.
Sometimes it happens to quarterbacks as they're scrambling. They go down to a knee, but the punter's taught not to do such things. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Short field for the Cardinals, and they hand the ball to Chenamora, who's going to go nowhere. Good defensive play for the Warriors there by Hunter Metcalf. Aunt Olga Koza cheering on Ryder Slayton from Merced, California. And our friends from the state of Washington, Jim and Gwen Benson, are checking in, grandparents of Coach Hamilton. And we've got movement on the play. We'll stop that 2nd and 10 play. 10:38 to go in the half. Cardinals leading 28-6. This is Trey Graham along with the stadium.
And that play was right over Ryder Slayton.
Foul start on the offense. 5 yards. Replay. 2nd half.
So your grandkids are here tonight. I saw some of them running around.
Yes, sir.
Do they think this is just their house to come in and play in?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They think this is an extension of the living room.
Yes. Pretty nice digs. 2nd and 15, and they're going to hand the ball to Chenamora. He has a good hole through the right side down to the 7-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Cardinals.
Again, really total dominance by the Cardinals' offensive line.
Third down and 6 from the 7. Schuback takes the handoff, gives it to Chenamora, who's not able to get much on that play. Tackle for the Warriors by Doug McLeod. 4th down, Cardinals. Decision time for Coach Matt Nally. Definitely in field goal range if he wants that. And he does send out the place kicker. Strategically, 4th and 7 is probably best to go for the field goal, but we've talked about it a lot, Coach. It's good practice.
It's good practice, absolutely.
Get your field goal unit out there in the live game situation.
Get used to running everybody out.
With the right personnel. 4th and 7. Here is a 25-yard field goal by Sham McGregor. It is up and good.
Split the uprights.
He's got 4 extra points and a field goal so far. 9:38 to go. First half, Cardinals leading 31-6. Coach, I mentioned earlier when Mr. Murphy was here that one of the things that the fans will notice, those who are in the house with us, maybe those who are watching, is Memorial has only about 30 guys suited up tonight. They don't have much of a bench tonight.
That is very strange. I mean, it's same classification, naturally, as we are, since this is a district, our first district game. That is very, very strange.
And Coach Nally told us that Coach Jackson of the Warriors has literally been walking the halls trying to recruit some more athletes to come play football for them.
And to answer your question that you asked Mr. Murphy earlier about the number of employees it takes to run this,
should have waited for my question.
There's 32 gate workers and greeters around in the stands. I believe we have 18 law enforcement agents here tonight. And then you have assorted custodians. A big crew will come in here after everybody clears the field. We'll have about 8 custodians cleaning this up. So it does take a small army to pull off a ball game.
31-6, Cardinals have a lead after that field goal, and they're going to have a short pooch kick. They're going to return this one, do the Warriors, and they'll go out past the 30-yard line. As we have 9.5 minutes to go until halftime, we'll take a quick check of the stat board. Cardinals leading 31-6. They lead in total yards 229-68. Coach, they lead in rushing 135 to 4 yards.
Very impressive. Very similar to last week. As far as rushing yards given up, last week they finished up minus 18.
13 total.
13 total.
Plus 13.
Okay.
Yes. They had minus yards rushing in the first half.
Okay.
They had 13 yards rushing for the game. Last week did the Frisco Raccoons. Schuback is 4 of 7 passing with, well, that's not updated because he has 4 touchdowns. All right. We're going to get that one updated. Bear Tabor almost at the 100-yard mark in the first quarter. 95 yards on 8 carries. First down and 10, Warriors at their own 29-yard line. Down by 25 points. Wilson's going to hand the ball out of the shotgun, go nowhere. Good play again there for the Cardinals by Grayson Donahoe, who is playing well at the linebacker spot. Again, our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Christy and Brandon Weaver are checking in. They say, go Cardinals.
Good to hear from you, Weavers.
They say, hook 'em. And then there must be a typo on here, Coach. I don't know what the rest of this statement says. It says, go Air Force and go Navy.
Uh-oh.
So
picking on you.
Well,
on you.
I guess those teams have fans too, but I'm sure they meant to say go Black Knights, the undefeated Army Black Knights.
Brandon ran track at the University of Texas.
Foul start. Offense. 5 yards, replay the down.
Penalty flag called against the Warriors. So thank you, Weavers, for checking in. Speaking of, your team went up to the Big House, as you said. They looked good last Saturday. Longhorns over Michigan.
I do believe they're legitimate.
You're a believer, huh? Are you more of a Longhorns believer than a Cowboys believer this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
That was a dominant defensive performance, though, last week by the Cowboys.
Cowboys look good in the season opener. 2nd and 16. Rolling left with pressure. Wilson's going to turn the corner and pick up positive yardage and go out of bounds. It will bring up 3rd down. Cowboys did get the win. 1-0 on the season. Play the Saints on Sunday. Army's off this week, Coach, by the way. Don't have to worry about being by the channel. You can check in with the other ball games. Army plays the Rice Owls next week.
Laboratories timeout to Memorial. That is their second time
who they
out.
play?
Is that in Houston or is it?
Nope, that's at West Point.
At West Point.
Yes. So the Army Black Knights played Florida Atlantic last week. Of course, with a big victory. They are 2-0, as you know. And then they play Rice on the 21st and then Temple on the 26th. And besides needing to know the schedule of America's team, what should you know about that?
What do I know about that?
What should you know about that?
I don't know. Tell me.
The Florida Atlantic Owls, the Rice Owls, and the Temple Owls.
All right.
3 games in a row.
Against the Owls.
Yes.
Want to give a big shout out.
So hopefully we'll win the game against Rice. Hopefully we'll win the SAT contest as well against the Rice
Yes.
Owls. So we can only hope. All right, we have a timeout on the field. 8:42 to go in the half. Mr. and Mrs. Weaver, that would be the Army Black Knights against the Rice Owls a week from tomorrow. Here we go. 3rd down 6 after the timeout called by the Warriors. They have the football at their own 33-yard line. Cardinals lead 31-6. 8:42 to go in the half. Wilson takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his right, sets up, throws a 7 route, and it's incomplete pass intended for Chase Coleman, the future UCLA Bruin.
It's a good route.
Incomplete. 4th down. Here comes the punt unit for the Warriors. Cardinals are going to get the football back with a big lead. I know that, as always, but especially tonight, Coach Nally would love to get a big lead so they can spend the second half allowing the other players on the roster to get a whole lot of playing time tonight. Cardinals are showing the rush here, but the punter gets the ball away, and Davis is going to make a fair catch at his 37-yard line. 1st down, Cardinals. So since you don't hang out with us much on Friday nights during the season here in the booth, what are you doing all season long? You down shaking hands and giving tours? And
I do, Trey, and maybe, not so much last year. One of the biggest blessings last season for home games is I got to sit with my parents. And so that was pretty special. And Dad came to the Leonard Jefferson game, and then I'll let you call this play.
1st down 10, Cardinals. Shoeback throws the slant route for Jacob Nye, complete. 1st down past the midfield stripe.
Great chemistry between those two, between Shoeback and Nye. And then that might have been the last game my dad might be able to come to. So that's been a special thing. And then, as you said tonight, I got grandkids crawling on me down there. And yes, and I get to walk around and greet people and meet people.
1st down at the Warrior 44. Give it to Bear Tabor going left, has a seam and a 1st down and a nice move. We'll give him a 12-yard gain for the freshman. He's over 100 yards on the night.
It's a great milestone for the freshman. His first 100-yard game.
8 minutes to go until halftime. 1st down from the 33. Cardinals quickly to the line. Twins right, split left, looking left, and throwing left. Incomplete pass. Poole, Brett on the intended target. 2nd down, 10. We are at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, and we're sitting next to Coach Kenny Deal here in the booth. We're on the 5th floor of the press box on the home side. Coach Kenny Deal Stadium has a seating capacity of 10,000, 6,000 on the home side. Fake it to Bear Tabor, throw it out there to Poole, caught for a short gain to the 27. 3rd and 5 coming up. Kirk Jack checks in. Good evening, gentlemen. Glad to be with y'all. Go Cardinals, Boomer Sooner, says Mr. Jack. I wonder if he wants to check in on how well Texas is looking right now. 3rd and 5, throwing left. There's a lot of contact. No flag, incomplete pass. That was the Brett Poole series there. Incomplete, makes it 4th and 5. Field goal from here would be about 45 yards.
We'll find out in 3 weeks, Trey.
Are you going to be there?
Then we can have that come. I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
I'm sure Kirk Jack wants to say how well the Longhorns looked at the big house with Jackson Arnold running the offense for the Boomer Sooner. Denton Geyer graduate, local product, very, very talented quarterback up there in Norman. 4th and 5, Cardinals base offense stays out there. Twins right, wing left, split left, shotgun. Fake it to Bear, rolling right, and the quarterback's going to keep it, cut up field, push the pile, and he's very close to the sticks.
It's not going to get there, I don't think, Trey.
Nice, tough run, and he went down with some serious contact
there.
Yes,
he went for it. He lowered his shoulder, took on 2 defenders.
Our second quarter replays brought to you by George James Realty. And they're going to say that the quarterback was indeed short of the sticks. Ball goes over on downs. First down, Warriors. Trailing 31-6. 7.5 minutes to go until halftime. Zach and Tristan serving in the Air Force, says Mr. Weaver. Navy for him. So thank you for your service to all of them. First and 10, Warriors at their own 23-yard line after they got the defensive stop. Trips right to the wide side. Benjamin Wilson, the quarterback, rolls to his right, has pressure, and throws it late.
Jacob Wasserman, Trey, with good penetration, and they're able to track down the quarterback, get him on the ground, and force that bad pass.
Incomplete pass stops the clock. 7:19 to go, second quarter. You and your family are invited to join us at First Melissa every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. If you don't want to see me, you can see Coach Deal. Join us on Sunday mornings for worship services. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. Second down, 10 at the 23. And fake the handoff, rolling right. Again has pressure by Zufelt and throws a ground ball. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 coming up. Just a strong defensive performance tonight.
Absolutely. Front seven is just getting a lot of pressure, really making it difficult. They're going to call a timeout. Try to see what they can come up to gain 10 yards, keep this drive alive.
It's the first district game of the year for the Cardinals. And there were 3 games in our district tonight, 4 games in our district every week, 8 teams total. We told you that last night, Prosper, Walnut Grove, brand new school, had a big comeback victory. They went for 2 with a minute to go and won it. They defeated Frisco Emerson 29-28 last night in our district. Lovejoy, who's 0-2 on the season, they're taking their anger out on Frisco Liberty. They lead 35-0 in the second quarter. Denison over Frisco Independence 14-3 at halftime. And our good friend Coach Russell Jr., Jason Russell, and the Blue Ridge Tigers leading the Bonham Purple Warriors 34-14 at half. Wolf City Wolves over Celeste 48-0 at halftime. Plano East beating Princeton. McKinney leading Plano at half. Farmersville over Commerce at half. Gunner, who had their 33-game winning streak stopped by Anna last week, they trail Salina at halftime. They're going to run a running back screen route and going nowhere on that play. Good job for the Cardinals. Good defense by Colin Craig. On 3rd and 10 after timeout, they run a screen and go nowhere.
When you win that many state championships, it's really hard to find games around you with people your own size. And so Gunner's having a really
3A Gunner lost to 5A Anna last week. And they're losing 17-0 at half to Salina right now. So their 33-game winning streak may be followed now by the 2 losses. Paris leads Van Alstyne 21-7 at half. Cardinals lead here 31-6. Halfway through this second quarter. Davis puts the ball on the ground on the punt return and then falls on it.
He had lots of room. Lots of room. That might have been a possible touchdown.
Sometimes you talk about a receiver who ran before they pulled it in. That was the case there for the punt return.
His eyes might have been downfield.
6:24 to go in the second quarter. Cardinals with the football now. Base offense comes out. Still the first unit. I imagine we're going to see a lot of substitutions in the second half. Schuback at the line of scrimmage with 4 touchdown passes so far. And then 1 Sham McGregor field goal. Twins left, split right, hand the ball going right, trying to turn the corner and unable to do so is Shaheed. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Clock approaching the halfway mark here in the second quarter. So, Coach, did you come here to call the game with me, or did you come here for the Brownies?
Well, I'll take a brownie.
Okay. It's second down for the Cardinals. Schuback has a lot of time. Rolling left, throwing left, over the head of the intended receiver, incomplete pass. That was the back out of the backfield, Shaheed.
Yeah, he got to stand flat-footed for about 3 counts there before he got flushed out of the pocket. Just a little bit overthrown.
.5:53 to go in the quarter. 3rd and 11 now. Schuback trying to get the defense to jump, and they do not. So they look over to the home side for a new play call. 9 on the play clock. Now 4 on the play clock. And Coach Nally has to call timeout with 2 seconds on the play clock.
We have a charge timeout to Melissa's offense.
You are watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham and Coach Kenny Deal joining you from Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. You got to hear our special guest, Mr. Keith Murphy, the superintendent of schools, a few moments ago. I told you the theme of old coaches continues.
Yes, did Mr. Murphy talk defense?
Mr. Murphy talked mostly defense, but you know, it's my job to interview him and get all the breaking news out. So talked a lot about how many buses it takes to run this business now.
That's amazing. 25 new buses purchased this year.
No, he told us 33.
Okay.
So
Let's
we need to check our stats.
Let's go with Big Boss Man.
Okay, all right. He told us 30.
I'm not trying to contradict him.
I asked him how many total. He said he doesn't know, but there were 33 new ones, and he said they ain't cheap.
That's an accurate statement.
On 3rd and 11, Schuback is going to be taken down for a loss. It's going to bring out the punt unit for the first time for your Cardinals.
Yes, first drive without points going on the board.
So he didn't know. It's not his job to know, but do you happen to know, or you have a guess how many total buses you guys run every day, morning and afternoon?
No.
You want to guess?
Did he say 33?
He said 33 new ones.
New ones. I would say it's around 60.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was going to guess that somewhere in that number. Morning and afternoon, they finish one route, then they go
start another.
Do another school, and elementary and middle school and high school. Shan McGregor's first punt, and the lefty sends it down, and Coleman calls the fair catch, and Memorial will take over. 5 minutes to go in the half. And a couple of weeks ago, we had our city councilman, Sean Lear, here on the broadcast with us. I should have brought it up with him, but we could use a few more streets here in this city. A little wider streets, maybe, since you guys have 60-something buses running around, and there's 25,000 people in our town
Yes,
now.
the infrastructure's changed a little bit over the last 5 years, but not. It has not caught up with the growth.
I guess I don't need to complain about my 4-minute commute. To either one of my jobs, I won't complain. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line for the Warriors. Snap is back. Fake the handoff, throw the slant route. Good defense. It's tip drill. Incomplete pass, but we've got a flag in the backfield.
I believe this could go against Melissa. Roughing the passer.
Our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr
At personal foul.
melissaisd.org.
Roughing the passer. Defense, number 20. 15 yards from the previous spot. And replay, first down.
All right, Coach, you brought, and I think I started it, but Kirk Jack is checking in with you here.
Is he?
Yes.
I figured so. That was he was kind of baited.
He was. That was my job. He says, Coach Deal, can Texas schedule anyone better and tougher than Michigan?
Well, next year they've got Ohio State on the same date, so we'll see how that turns out.
After the personal foul penalty, they'll throw it out to the left side, do the Warriors, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So is he saying Michigan is not as tough as Houston?
He did not mention that, actually, but he says Longhorns are good. He's concerned about his Sooners, one game at a time, and a win is a win, even if it's Houston or Temple. So is that where we are in Norman, that we're just going to celebrate the Houston victory? Good job. All right. So you can't schedule anybody tougher than the defending national champs, huh? 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. Twins left, split right, throwing it out to the right side, and picked off. Almost picked off. And they're actually going to get the completion.
That's
Went
great.
through the head of his hands of the DB.
Great concentration by the wideout.
Landon Deal there, spelled differently on the catch. Cardinals just missed the pick.
Thought maybe I had a relative out there.
Diehl. 3rd and 2. Throwing it out to the right side. Incomplete pass. That was intended for Christian Crumbly.
A little bit high. Incomplete pass makes it 4th down and 2. And here comes the base offense still out there for the Warriors. .4:11 to go in the first half. Cardinals leading 31-6. And trying to scramble to his left, going nowhere, losing yardage. And the Cardinals defense gets the stop. And they're going to have great field position, taking over 4 minutes to go in the half. 4:02 to go. Cardinals leading 31-6. How you feeling about Cowboys and Saints on Sunday, Coach? Well, I mean, Cowboys should win. They also should have beat Green Bay last year in the playoffs. So it's hard to predict the Cowboys.
1st and 10 Cardinals after the defensive stop. 30-yard line of the Warriors. And Chinomura takes this handoff, makes a cut in the hole, and he'll pick up about 2 yards on the carry. Airman Tristan Weaver checking in from Langley Eustis Air Force Base in Virginia. So thank you to Airman Weaver. Second down, 8. Hand the ball off to Chinomura. Has a breakaway right through the middle of the line of scrimmage.
Great job
First
there.
down.
Tasby did a good job. Hollenbach was out there sealing about 7 yards down the field. Great job by offensive line. Jake Brown got a great push. Max Wright, number 74 on the end, left end.
On first down, quickly give it back to Chinomura, who has another nice hold down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and short.
And that was sealed off and pushed down by Max Wright, that last play. Offensive lineman number 74.
2nd and short. Inside the 5-yard line, give it to Chinomura, who's trying to move the pile, and he's going to get a first down, not a touchdown. First down at the 1-yard line.
That was good patience and vision there by Chinomura on that play. Picking his way through the hole.
Have an official's timeout for an injured player.
The officials will call timeout. 2 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the first half. Cardinals with a big lead, 31-6, trying to add to that.
Did you have some Marias tonight?
No, sir. I have to work while everyone else is eating dinner.
Okay, well,
so,
I could have swore I saw a plate coming up for
well,
you.
I think I have a plate here,
so
but
it
not,
is okay.
not-
it is
no,
here. Then.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think so. Maria's Mexican Restaurant, one of the sponsors of the Melissa Cardinals Network. And
It
yes,
is kind of hard to eat tortilla chips and talk at the
Well,
same time, isn't it?
in the announcer training program, they tell you don't eat chips and hot sauce while you're calling a game. So, but the band is coming soon, so
Yes, sir.
maybe dinner's coming soon. Look, there's you. There's me.
Who
Look at there.
are those two
Look at
guys?
there. The Jumbotron with a photograph there. All right. Is that what you call it here? Do you call it the Jumbotron?
I have not, but whatever you choose, Trey.
Well, I'll come up with something good. First and goal, Cardinals at the 1 yard line, and hand the ball off to Shaheed. Easy touchdown. Cardinals lead 37-6. Nice drive for the Cardinals, asserting their dominance over the Warriors defense. And Sham McGregor comes in for another PAT, and that was an excellent block by Owen Hollenbeck to spring that run. Kick is up by Sham, and it's good. Cardinals now lead 38-6.
Kirk Jack would be happy. That's a future Sooner.
That is a future Sooner. Zufeld's checking in from California. Enjoy the broadcast, rooting for number 20, Hudson Zufeld.
20's having a fine year.
Our defensive player of the game a week ago. Our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. And of course, always look forward to hearing from Miss Mallory Peel. Cheering on her dad, Coach Peel, one of our most faithful listeners and youngest. 2:32 to go in the first half. Cardinals leading 38-6. Cardinals will kick the football off. Number 80, Nick Hernandez, takes the ball. Will place it on the tee on his 40-yard line. I imagine we're going to see a lot of substitutions in the second half, which was one of the goals of this game. Cardinals come in 1-1 on the season. And Warriors are 0-2. But we mentioned to you that the all-time series between these two teams, Memorial leads 1-0. All right, whistle the ball ready for play, and Mr. Hernandez will send the pooch kick down to the right side of the kick team, and fair catch by the Warriors.
Was that game played at Memorial Stadium? So they had some outstanding receivers.
I believe it was 3 years ago,
Yes.
September 21, yeah. We're going to be all over the Frisco ISD in this district. We told you that 2 weeks from now, on the 27th, Melissa Cardinals hosting the Anna Coyotes, and there is a fifth quarter event for the First Melissa Student Ministry afterwards. Human foosball, soccer darts, gloam party, food truck, music, and more immediately after the game at First Melissa Student Ministry fifth quarter event. That's our next home game.
Should be a big turnout that night.
Here at the stadium and at the fifth quarter event. Trips right on first down. Throwing it right is Wilson. Incomplete pass. Intended for his receiver Crumbly. Incomplete pass.
Again, Zufelt applying pressure.
Next week we'll be back on the road and back on Thursday evenings. Welcome to Frisco ISD. Thursday evening we'll be playing Frisco Liberty at the soccer house.
Get to go back to FC Dallas.
Toyota Stadium. And we'll say, please God, no lightning delays. Since we spent a year there one night.
That is the prettiest natural grass you've ever seen.
Second down and 10. Wilson has a lot of pressure, and he's going to go down.
Wasserman and Donahoe there at the same time.
2:20 and counting in the half. That was the night that we waited out a whole bunch of 30-minute weather delays, and that's when our good friend Leslie Reddick Farrell coined the now infamous phrase, "Red, red, time for bed."
Like it. That was a true statement.
It was.
Pushing midnight, wasn't it?
It was after, yeah. We finished up at midnight. Third down, 21 for the Warriors offense, trailing 38-6. And hand the ball going right on the carry is A.J. Warren, and going nowhere is A.J. Warren.
Donahoe again.
Donahoe's playing well, trying to win that Defensive Player of the Game award. 90 seconds to go in the half.
We have a charge timeout to Melissa. Can we reset the game clock to 1:35? 1:35.
1:35 on the clock.
Coach Nally wants some more points. Just called timeout. Good opportunity to run. Just basically call it the 2-minute drill.
Warriors will be punting the football here. 95 seconds to go until halftime. Make sure you stick around at halftime. You'll get to enjoy the performance by the Mighty Cardinal Band. Not in the dress uniforms tonight. This will be the casual attire on camo night. I asked Coach just to make sure. Mr. Murphy says he's not the one who chooses the outfit
Really, he
requirements.
didn't choose the neon nights
He
last
said
week.
he's disavowing prior knowledge of spirit wear. It's going to be a short punt by the Warriors, and Davis is going to have the ball, drop it, and he grabs it himself, but that's 2 times in a row. We got to check on that punt return gain. First down, Cardinals on the plus side of the field at the 44-yard line. 1:25 to go.
He had a great week last week returning punts.
First offense is back out there on the field.
Keep your eye on number 9.
Max Wright, Owen Hollenbeck, DeMondre Tasby, Jake Brown, Ryder Slayton, left to right on the O-line. 2 receivers to each side on first down and 10. Shoeback pump fake, now rolls to his right, throws it late to a wide open Jacob Nye, but it was over his head. And he's 6'6", so that's way up in the air. And incomplete pass, 2nd and 10, 1:19 to go in the first half. Chris and Tony Mallory checking in from Custer, South Dakota.
That's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Here comes the second down play, and Mr. Shoeback with a scramble and a first down, a tough run inside the 25-yard line.
Noah took some punishment there early in the run, and he was able to spin out of that hard hit and pick up an extra 15 yards.
Clock rolling, 1 minute to go, first down Cardinals. Shoeback has time, throws a 7 route into the end zone, wide open, touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Brett Poole. And the Noah Shoeback show continues.
Yes, Noah found those yellow gloves and put them right there on Mr. Poole's hands.
Here comes another PAT attempt by Sham McGregor. Cardinals lead 44-6. Just under a minute to go. McGregor's kick is up and good. Cardinals lead 45-6. 54 seconds to go until the halftime break.
I do think we'll see Tate Kirk in the second half.
I think we're going to see lots of Cardinals in the second half. It was a successful night for the freshman and JV teams, what coaches like to call the sub-varsity, last night for your Cardinals. 9th grade black team won versus Memorial 44-0. 9th grade red team defeated Memorial 44-0. JV black defeated Memorial 49-0. And then JV red had a tough loss against the Allen Eagles JV 29-8. And you say, well, why didn't JV red play Memorial? Because they only had one JV team. Why? Because they don't have as much roster to choose from, as evidenced by the fact they've
That's
only got
true.
about 30 guys suited out tonight on the varsity level.
That is true. And Trey, I do believe Academy had a good week this week on camo gear.
Well, that is part of this thing. You've got to go get your gear. All right, fair catch on the pooch kick. Warriors will take over, 54 seconds. You know, last week, neon, and tonight is the camo gear. And I believe, Coach, breaking news. Next week's theme, so you can plan your attire. USA.
USA. So
Red,
I
white,
need
and blue.
to wear red, white, and blue next week.
We try to keep you informed here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. How many new buses were bought and what the Spirit Wear schedule is. And then for the Anacoyote game, Western Wear for those who are scoring at home. First down and 10 for the Warriors. Hand the ball off, and they'll pick up.
And who did you get this information from?
Reliable sources.
Gotcha. All right.
High-ranking officials within Melissa ISD. Unnamed sources indicate that next week is USA theme. It helps to be prepared, Coach, when it's 45-6 in the second quarter. Second down, 9 clock rolling, 19 seconds to go. Hand the ball off to the Warriors. That might be the last play of the second stanza.
Again, the combination of Wasserman and Donahoe on the tackle. Frisco's wanting to get to the locker room.
The final 5 seconds are going to tick down. And it is halftime here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. Sitting next to Coach Kenny Deal. And your Cardinals lead 45-6. And both teams will head to their respective locker rooms. And then both bands will be out here to perform. And you'll get to enjoy it here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Halftime score, Cardinals 45 and the Warriors 6. And now that you're equipped with the knowledge of next week's Spirit gear, Coach, you're going to go back and schmooze and shake hands and all those kind of things.
I've sat up here we've been in a lot of press boxes over the years, and then on top of some press boxes and in the stands, and then I hope these accommodations are very comfortable, Trey.
Well, you did good, sir. You did good. This is a beautiful place to work, and we are glad to have you. And when you check out of here, we'll ask you to tell us your thoughts on the first half.
Sure. Thoughts were that just total dominance by the offense. Offensive line's done a tremendous job tonight, and Schuback's just had great rhythm the last 2 weeks with his receivers. Feels very comfortable back there leading the offense. And defense has been dominant. There's 2 dominant performances by the defense. They gave up a last score last week. Last week they gave up exact same, a touchdown and a missed cue on the extra point. So in 2 ball games, they've given up 6 points at the half, and so defense has been dominant as well. So very great balance here by the Cardinals.
It is halftime here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. The score is Melissa 45 and the Warriors 6. You get to enjoy the Frisco Memorial Band and then your mighty Cardinal Band. You're watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network.
Senior Lieutenant Avery Gilchrist. Senior Lieutenant Tatum Rudy. First Lieutenant Greg Gaudreau. And in the center, your captain, Nicole Hitchell. The Black Diamonds are under the direction of Sarah Season's halftime entertainment will continue with the award and presentation of their 2024 field production entitled Connexus. Memorial High School Warrior Band. The Warrior Band is under the direction of Logan Stalka, Ben Ayers, Jacob Boom 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 Carter, Nicole Robbins, and Dane Rodriguez. On behalf of the Warrior Band members and staff, we would like to thank all the parents and volunteers who are continuously working behind the scenes to help us realize this season's long-term vision. The Warrior Band would also like to extend their well wishes to the Melissa High School Band and all their endeavors this season. Thank you, and we hope you've enjoyed this evening's performance. Go Warriors!
Ladies and gentlemen, from the heart of North Texas, deep in Cardinal Nation, we welcome you to the continuation of tonight's halftime entertainment. Melissa High School is proud to present the 2024 Melissa High School award-winning Mighty Cardinal Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Jerry Wharton, Zachary Robinson, David Landry, Michelle Hennigan, Clay Singletary, Marley Doherty, Dahlia Lee, and Chris McHenry. Additional staff include Phil Martinez, Zach Cavender, Scott Mills, and Savannah Shapley. Tonight, the band is led under the field command of drum majors Kyle Nichols, Addison Thomas, Jackson Day, and Hayden Hadnot. The section of the week is the trombones. Tonight, the Mighty Cardinal Band will be performing a portion of their 2024 UIL competition show entitled Pop-Up. Drum Major Kyle Nichols, you may begin your performance when ready. Cardinal Band would like to thank our Superintendent Keith Murphy, our Deputy Superintendents Dr. Robert Rich and Kim Bodeker, Melissa High School's Principal Marcus Eckert, Melissa Booster Club, and our awesome band parents for their unwavering support. All right, Cardinal fans, get on your feet and put your hands together for the Melissa High School Fight Song.
Are you crazy for cards?
Cause we are! Upgrade to the VIP package. And we'll deliver it to you!
It's Kenny Deal Stadium. Your Cardinals lead 45-6, and here are some of your first half highlights. Cardinals dominating on both sides of the ball tonight, leading the Warriors 45-6. Cardinals offense very, very strong. There's Noah Schuback running the football. He has 5 touchdown passes here in the first half. And as usual, his favorite target is right there, Jacob Nye, senior number 9. Great running tonight from freshman running back Bear Tabor, has 114 yards on the ground in the first half. So it's been a dominating performance on the offensive side of the ball and on the defensive side of the ball. And there's a great tackle by Jake Batusik, as he has been part of a strong defensive performance by the Cardinals, who really have had their way. 1 punt tonight for the Cardinals. They have really, really set the tone, both balanced offensively and defensively. We mentioned those 5 touchdown passes by Schuback. The Cardinals have 364 total yards, 211 on the ground, and 153 through the air. As we continue to show you some of the highlights from the first half. And Coach Matt Nally has really put a strong performance together by both teams. I imagine we're going to see the starters coming back out here at the beginning of the third quarter, and then we're going to get to see a lot of players in action tonight. You're going to get to hear a lot of names on our broadcast. This is Trey Graham joining you at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Our third ball game of the year. Melissa comes in 1-1 on the season. The Warriors come in 0-2 on the season. This is the first district game of the year out of 8 district games. And we'll check the district scoreboard here in just a moment. It is 45-6, Cardinals with a halftime lead. And here's an excellent tough run by quarterback Schuback, who's also made his money through the air. There's a touchdown pass to Brett Poole on the 7 route. So we want to thank Crosslands Construction for being our touchdown sponsor tonight, the Dugout Sports Grill for being our extra point sponsor, and the LaCour Family Foundation for being our Red Zone sponsor tonight. The third quarter replays as we begin the second half will be brought to you by Brady Paxman State Farm Insurance. And we had special guests in the first quarter and second quarter. You heard from Mr. Murphy, the superintendent of schools, and the stadium himself, Coach Kenny Deal. And now we have a special guest joining us in the booth for the third quarter, Robert Rich, Deputy Superintendent. Welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thank you, Trey. What a great game.
Well, your thoughts on the first half. You were downstairs with the big shots watching the first half. Dominating performance, as we said, on both sides of the ball. Your thoughts?
Well, it was sure a lot of fun to watch. I think the story is the offensive line and the defensive line. Those guys are moving forward. Lots of big holes. Quarterback did a great job getting the ball downfield. First half in defense. What about that shell and keeping everything in front of them? One got behind them, but these are kids and they're learning. They're just starting district, and what a clean first half. I love that they're keeping everything in front of them and running to the ball and tackling well.
So we called the theme of the first half old coaches, but now it's just old fans up here with in the booth.
If we'll broadcast some baseball, I can be an old coach too.
Okay, all right. Well, I've called a few Cardinal baseball games in my life, and it's great to have you join us here for the third quarter as the Cardinals will come back out on the field. Remember, it's the white jerseys, black pants of the visiting team and the black jerseys, white pants of the Cardinals. The Warriors won the opening coin toss and chose to defer until the second half. So Frisco Memorial will come out on the offense at this first possession, and the defense will come back out on the field. Time to put 12 minutes on the clock. Cardinals leading 45-6. This is Trey Graham, joined right now by Deputy Superintendent Robert Rich. And Robert, I guess I should have kept all my stats questions for you because you're the stats guy. I was asking Mr. Murphy how many school buses there are and what the enrollment is, and he was sharing the stats, but you're the stats guy around here. So he says around 8,000 in the district. Can you give us a little closer total than that?
That sounds like a trick question. You want me to disagree with my boss?
No,
open forum?
Mr. Murphy is
no,
rounding.
He's
rounding.
Right. He's right. It is a hair under 7,000, but I'm sorry, under 8,000. But we're adding students every day. And people need to realize when we build a budget and we prepare for the year, we build that off estimates from the end of 1 October to the next. So the way we're tracking, we will definitely be 8,000 by the end of October.
And he said the high school counts right around 1,900. Sound right?
Yes.
Good. And we were also discussing the enormous number of buses that run around the city every day.
Well, I tell you, they look even bigger right now riding around on the roadways that are trying to expand.
Here we go. Cardinals will kick the ball off as Warriors deferred until the second half. It's going to be a short kick by Hernandez. Fair caught for the Warriors by Crumbly around his 22-yard line. And the Frisco offense, led by their head coach Jeff Jackson, comes back out on the field as they trail your Cardinals 45-6. And Robert, I asked Mr. Murphy, I'll ask you, take a moment and brag about what's happening in the district right now.
Gosh, where do I start? Obviously growing like crazy. We had 1,100 students last year. We're projected to add 1,400 this year. We're tracking for that. We'll see if we get there.
1,400 at the close of this school year, above the close of last. Is that what you mean?
October to October.
Okay.
End of October to end of October.
Okay.
Kids that move in the last 2 or 3 weeks of the school year, we build budgets and plan a school year off of end of October to end of October.
Okay. We'll keep going with the bragging in a moment. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. High snap, and Wilson brings it down, hands the ball off, and a nice tough run for the Warriors. Hudson Zufelt in on that tackle.
Well, we're very pleased with the teachers that we're seeing. Most people may or may not be aware that there's a teacher shortage across the state, but there are teachers wanting to come to Melissa, and we're really, really feeling good about the teachers that we're seeing interview and come into classrooms. A big shout out to, they are the offensive and defensive linemen of our teaching staff.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. We're going to talk about that more in just a second. 2nd down and 7 for the Warriors. Shotgun and fake the handoff, throw the slant route, incomplete pass. 3rd and 7. Defense there by Colin Craig. And I've asked you this on various shows and broadcasts before, but talk about, you got to go find the math teacher and the Spanish teacher. Talk about that process.
That's right. Matter of fact, we had 20 visiting future student teachers, and I asked them today, hey, how many of you are my math people? And a few did raise their hands. But anybody out there that's listening that wants to go into education, major in math. It's wonderful.
But the search is always on for all your folks. And so we're going to ask you to talk about how do you fill all those spots every year. Here's 3rd and 7. Lots of time throwing a deep post route. Got a man with a step. Overthrown. Incomplete pass. 4th and 7. And we'll see if the punt game comes out for Coach Jackson. So you're really, you're scouting and you're looking. You got holes to fill, and that's an annual job.
Certainly. And right now we've gotten to the point where we're recruiting out of state. Mr. Perez, Walter Perez, does a great job of heading that up for us. And we have student teachers that are staying in the classroom. We've got a good process going in-state and out-of-state.
And are you looking for the new rookies, or are you bringing in the veterans from the outside?
We want a mix of both.
Here comes the punt game for the Warriors. It's going to be a decent kick, and Davis is back there. Will grab it at his 41-yard line, makes a man miss. Tough run out near the midfield stripe. And the Cardinals offense will come out for the first time here in the second half. 1 minute gone by in the 3rd quarter. Offense led by Noah Schuback with 5 touchdown passes, and Bear Tabor with 114 yards rushing. The O-line that Robert has bragged on: Max Wright, Owen Hollenbeck, DeMondre Tasby, Jake Brown, and Ryder Slayton.
Yeah, let's watch these guys. I mean, a lot of times the running backs are getting 2 or 3 yards forward before anybody touches them. The offensive line is really pushing that defensive line back.
Split left, a little toss sweep left, and there's going to be a nice run on 1st down by Bear Tabor. He picks up about 8 on the play. He goes over 120 yards, and we're going to have an injury timeout here. 10:49 to go, 3rd quarter.
Injury timeout.
Yeah, nobody was within a yard or 2 of him until he was 5 or 6 yards downfield.
So with this break in the action, we'll continue this part of the conversation. So you're bringing in rookies, you said. You're bringing in veterans from the outside, but something I know that's important to you and your colleague, Mrs. Bodeker, and that is you got to train them up to be Cardinals.
Correct.
Talk about the onboarding process.
Well, everybody thinks that there's a special process for that, but really, all the normal things, making sure they understand how things operate here, how we go about business, how they work with their principals, what the expectations are the Cardinal way. But really, the main training happens just as situations come up in their day-to-day walk in the classroom, working with them and talking and coaching. Miss Bodeker's one of the best at coaching and training our staff on how to coach one another. Cognitive coaching.
And I know from firsthand experience, you do set up a mentoring program with the new teacher and the current Melissa teacher.
We do, but with your daughter, we let her mentor people that were already here when she first got here. She's ready to go.
2nd down, 2, hand the ball off, going left, and lots of flags come in. Tabor on the carry has a 1st down, but lots of yellow hankies on the field.
Let's keep our fingers crossed for offsetting penalties here.
Our referee, Mr. Johnson.
Have a block in the back. Doing the run. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay 2nd down.
I guess they both saw the same thing.
2nd and 2 will be backed up as we get to the penalty mark off. From the spot of the foul, 10 yards, so it's 2nd and 10 after that flag. Twins right, split left. Noah Schuback looks left, looks right in the center of the field for the tight end with an easy throw and catch and a gain of about 6. 3rd down coming up.
I really thought we might see a running clock at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, but I guess they're going to wait a little while.
Well, I think we'll get there at some point, as folks ought to know. That's an agreement that both coaches have to make. Both coaches must agree, and one will speak to the referee, who will then head across the field and speak to the other coach to see if both parties agree to get into a running clock situation. 3rd down, about 4. Fake it to Tabor, fake the handoff, throw it out to the right side. Chris Davis with a catch for a 1st down. You've heard his name a lot on the punt return game, and he's getting some time at receiver tonight. 1st down, Cardinals at the 38 of the Warriors. Melissa leading 45-6. 9:20 and counting. 1st down, Cardinals. Straight drop back. Schuback has lots of time. Now he rolls right, and he's going to tuck it out.
Oh, yeah.
Lowers his shoulder. Tough run near the sticks for the junior quarterback.
That's the way not to be the victim on that play.
He's got 5 touchdown passes tonight. He came in 5 touchdown passes in the first 2 games, and he shows the wheels there with a 9-yard gain. And substitution now. Brett Poole checks out. Jacob Nye split wide left on 2nd and 1. Low snap, and give it to the freshman, Bear Tabor, and he's going to have a 1st down. Gain of about 3. New set of downs at the 26-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. This is Trey Graham and Deputy Superintendent Dr. Robert Rich. Remember our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Tabor, the running back, checks out, and Chinamora checks in. 1st down, 10 at the 26-yard line. Ball's on the right hash. 2 receivers to the wide side. Give it to Chinamora, and he's going to go nowhere on that one. Good tackle from behind for the Warriors by Doug McLeod.
Even on a play like that, Trey, he's falling forward. You know, they had contact with him in the backfield, but everything, the attitude of the Cardinals tonight seems to be everything's moving forward.
Short gain, no gain, I should say. 2nd and 10. Throw the out route to the tight end, caught for a 1st down, and a nice move. He'll be taken out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. 1st down, Cardinals. And we haven't had a lot of tight end usage over the last few years. That's a wrinkle that Coach Hamilton's brought in as the new OC. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Split wide left is Nye. They're going to throw it again to the tight end, same play, and he puts his head down, runs over a man, dives in. It's going to be touchdown, Cardinals. Somebody make a call. They're going to call his knee down. They're going to call his knee down at the 2-yard line.
I don't care where they mark him. That looked a lot like Jason Witten to me.
Including the number 82. All right, 1st and goal, Cardinals. Reese Carter, the tight end, has a touchdown catch in the 1st half. And he's wing right here on 1st and goal from the 2. Shotgun formation for Schuback. Chinamora is next to him. And the Cardinals are going to call a timeout. 6:52 to go.
Timeout to Melissa.
3rd quarter.
This is their 1st timeout of the 2nd half.
We invite you and your family to join us on Sunday mornings at First Melissa, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. And we do thank Brady Paxman State Farm for being our replay sponsor here in the 3rd quarter. Robert, talk about the budgeting process that you mentioned earlier, and I know you could give an hour-long seminar on it, but for the layman in the audience, talk about how that works.
Sure. Funding for school districts in Texas is nothing but a giant multiplication problem. So when you're growing by one factor, fine. But if you're growing by 2 or 3, that's exponential growth, and that's what Melissa's experiencing. If you're growing by kids and you're growing with property valuation, that's a wonderful place to be right now. It's not a great place with school funding if you're stagnant with student growth or student growth is going backwards and property values are stale. So we're all very blessed to be in this community and in North Texas.
Every child, there's a multiplier for the state funding for the school district. Here comes, after the timeout, 1st and goal. Carter, the tight end, goes in motion, and now he goes back, showing man-to-man defense. Take it to Chinamora and throw it to that same tight end who's going to go in for a touchdown, his 2nd of the night. Shoeback's 6th of the night. Touchdown Cardinals. Hang half 100, Robert Rich.
Yeah,
51-6.
I don't think people watching film are going to be as concerned about the scoreboard as they are number 82. They're going to have to account for him.
Big, talented athlete playing tight end for the Cardinals. And here comes Sham McGregor. He's been busy tonight.
No wind.
No, sir. Tate Kirk to hold. Sham, the lefty, his green shoes. The kick is up and good. Cardinals lead 52-6. Robert, we talk to you all the time about growth in the district. As long as you and I have been here, it's been growing. Maybe not quite as fast as it is now, but is that happening all over North Texas? Is everybody else experiencing what you are?
No, they're not. So Plano, for example, is built out. Allen, for the most part, is built out. They're losing enrollment. Plano is losing enrollment. Frisco is getting pretty close to building out. Really, the further north you go up 75 is where you see the growth. Melissa, Anna, Salina, even Gunner, and some communities like that are really starting to see it take off. Further north you go, the more likely you are to see exponential growth.
What about on the south side of town? Is it happening that way too?
Yeah, absolutely. South, east, and west. Absolutely. I think the North Texas, North Metroplex is just going to blend with Oklahoma before it's all said and done.
Yeah, we're going to run into the Okies here. 6:46 to go, third quarter. Cardinals hang half 100 tonight, 52-6 so far. Midway through the third quarter, Nick Hernandez puts the ball on the 40-yard line. And we expect to see another pooch kick. And this one's in the center of the field, and they'll take it just shy of the 30-yard line. First down, Warriors. We'll see when Coach Jackson of the Warriors chooses to make some substitutions, and we'll see if the Cardinals try. Looks like they're sending out the first string offense at this drive.
Trey, my middle son's getting married on Monday, and so we've got family in town, and there's a young man that's at my house and at the game, and he said, I've never seen a fair catch in high school football. He's from out of state. He says, why do they do that on that pooch kick? I said, well, you go out there and watch these big kids running at you and start thinking about if you want to keep your head attached to your shoulders, and you'd fair catch it too.
Yeah. That's if you're the kick returner.
That's right.
The kickoff team. Coaches are deathly afraid of kickoff returns that go all the way back.
That's right. They're playing the statistics.
That's right. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Slant route, incomplete pass. And right there on the coverage for the Cardinals from the safety spot was Rocky Dunn. Well, congratulations to the wedding in the Rich household.
Absolutely. Get another one off the payroll.
You mean I'm proud of you, son? Is that what you meant
That's
to say?
exactly right. I love you, proud of you. Get off the payroll. Rocky did a great job there pulling up. He could have lit that kid up, but it was unnecessary. Good heady play on his part.
Second and 10 from the 29. Benjamin Wilson's gone all the way at quarterback. He's going to throw the football for the Warriors. Sets up, throws a crossing route over the head of everybody. And Patusik was the intended receiver. A.J. Warren, their talented sophomore, was the intended receiver. Patusik on the coverage, incomplete. Third and 10, stops the clock. 6:28 to go. Third quarter. You are watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. Make sure you follow Melissa ISD on YouTube, and make sure you follow the Melissa Cardinals Network on Facebook, and we will keep you updated. This is district game number 1, and we'll be back in the city of Frisco this coming Thursday for the next ball game at the Soccer House. 3rd and 10. Throw it out to the right side. Wide receiver screen, and the Cardinals do a great job. And there's Grayson Donahoe chasing him down from behind. He's trying to win the Defensive Player of the Game award. And
flag came in late.
We do have a yellow hanky.
Good defense there. Rush up the middle. Hands in the passing
Personal
lane.
foul, face mask, number 33. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Well, the Cardinals are going to get hit with the big 15-yarder and give the Warriors a new set of downs. 52-6 is the score, and the Warriors have the football all the way out near the midfield stripe. 1st and 10, Memorial at their 45-yard line. I assume our audience knows that Frisco Memorial is one of the 11 football-playing high schools in Frisco ISD. First and 10. 2 receivers to both sides. Wilson takes the snap, has time, throws it on the right side into double coverage, and it's going to be picked off for the Cardinals. At the 25, at the 30, at the 40, bringing it back past the 50-yard line. Cardinals into the plus territory, and that was Noah Husband, the cornerback, who brought that pass in for an interception and a great return. Good job again by the Cardinals D. Here's the replay brought to us by Paxman Insurance, and great set of hands there. Juggled it a little bit, brought it in, and then returned the football about 30 yards for a first down Cardinals.
Yeah, quarterback threw that into double coverage. Trey, I remember when you and I first got here, Melissa, was about 700 or 800 kids. It was unfathomable that we'd be playing Frisco high schools.
Well, sir, when I was at Richardson High School, there hardly was a Frisco, Texas. So that was the end of the world. People would talk about Frisco when I was at Richardson High School.
Well, I'm not as old as you, so you'll just have to tell me that.
Okay. First down, 10. Hand the ball off. His first carry of the night for the Cardinals is Billy Hyde, and he's going to take it for a first down to the 22-yard line.
I may actually be older than you.
I
kidding.
was not going to refute you there on the air, Robert.
I'll admit it.
22-yard line, first down Cardinals, as we're starting to see the substitutions happen. Tate Kirk is in the game at quarterback. He's going to throw it out to the right side. Incomplete pass intended for Hunter Mortensen, who's checked in at receiver, as the substitutions have begun. Chase Northam is in at left tackle.
You know, you were talking earlier about new teachers and veteran teachers. This is great to see in this type of ball game. Kids getting opportunities to grow up.
Lots of playing time here in the second half for some youngsters. Twins to both sides, second down 10. Tate Kirk throws it complete, but a flag. Omatayo Akapo was the intended receiver, but Mr. Johnson's
Ball start offense, number 88. 5 yards, replay to down.
Mr. Johnson, the referee, calls the flag against the Cardinals, makes it second down 15. And we'll get some names called out here for you. Jaden Little is at one receiver spot. Jaden Poole also at a receiver spot. Second down 15, hand the ball. And Heed is going to go left. Joey Contreras is on the O-line right now. So is Jaden Vigil. Elijah Almazan in the game. Third down and 13 for the Cardinals. Field goal from here would be about 42 yards. Tate Kirk has time, throws it into the end zone for Poole. He's going to go up and fight for the football, and touchdown Cardinals. Great catch by Jaden Poole.
Great on both ends. Great job by the quarterback stepping up into the pocket to avoid the rush. Great check, great catch.
Tate Kirk's first touchdown pass of this season. Touchdown brought to us by Crosslands Construction. And the Cardinals now lead 58-6. And Tate Kirk, who just threw a touchdown pass, is the holder. So he's going in to hold for Sam McGregor, who's been busy tonight. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Sham's kick is up and good, 59-6. Cardinals with a big lead here in district game number 1. Cardinals have 10 regular season games, 2 non-district, 8 district games. And remember, only the district games factor into your playoff seeding. 8 teams in the district, 4 will make the playoffs. And getting a big win here in district opener is going to help that for the Cardinals. We'll check some scores of other games in our area, especially other games in our district. Lovejoy, Robert, I told everybody was mad. They're 0-2 coming into tonight. And the Frisco Liberty Redhawks are the victim of that. Early fourth quarter, 63-0. Lovejoy.
Yep, that was bound to happen. They're building. Not that they were down, but new head coach and new coaching staff, new philosophies. It's predictable that they'd need a week or two to pull it together.
Frisco Independence defeats Denison in our district, 30-28. And our good friend, Jason Russell, the Blue Ridge Tigers get a win over Bonham, 46-20. Blue Ridge had a big comeback win last week, and they get a win tonight.
That's good to see. Those kids over there starting to believe under head coach Russell.
Plano East defeats the Princeton Panthers tonight. That's one of those growth things that if you'd have told me Princeton was going to be 6A a few years ago, nobody would have believed you.
Yep.
Here's another pooch kick and a fair catch by the Warriors. McKinney Lions come back and beat Plano 28-26. Allen Eagles all over Prosper Rock Hill 44-3. McKinney Boyd defeats Plano West 45-10. Farmersville over Commerce 31-21. And as we were discussing earlier, Gunner had a 33-game winning streak coming into last week against the Anna Coyotes and lost. And now it's Salina 38-0 over Gunner early fourth quarter. As Coach Deal was saying, when you're the multiple state champs in 3A, you can't get any 3A teams to play you.
Yeah, but the scary thing about that, that's just going to make them better.
That's true.
I mean, I feel sorry for their district.
That's true. 1st and 10 Warriors at their 25, and they've changed personnel as well. At the quarterback spot is Gavin Stites for the Warriors. On the defensive side, Kendall Taylor for the Cardinals has come in at the D-line, and Isaiah Cordell is at a DB spot. Uche Dimka is still in there at the linebacker spot. Champ Weatherton is playing corner for the Cardinals right now. Owen Willis, the sophomore, is checked in at an outside linebacker spot. As Coach Pennington's going to the bench, leading 59-6. Hand the ball off on second down, and the tackle's going to be made there by Ezekiel Cockerham.
There's too many black jerseys around that to call just one.
That's true. Jalen Frazier was in there as well as a swarm of Cardinals. Brody McDowell's at a safety spot right now. So the Cardinals getting lots of players on the field. Noah Husband, who has an interception tonight, is still playing corner. Here comes 3rd down 9. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Stites is the quarterback. He's going to throw the football for the first time. Rolls right, throws right, caught but out of bounds. And it's an incomplete pass. It should be the punt team here for Coach Jackson and the Warriors. 2:34 in the third quarter.
I didn't really notice at the beginning of the game who their starters were. Do you think they've substituted quite a bit as well?
They have.
Yeah.
They have. Just really starting on this drive right here. It's the first time that the Warriors made a change on offense, and of course the Cardinals did the last drive as well. And usually when we're in these kind of lopsided games, middle third quarter is the time you do that. It's going to be a bounce and a punt return opportunity for Jaden Little, and he'll have a positive gain. Cardinals will have the football near midfield. And to do a little coach speak, the reason you do your subs middle third quarter is you like your team to go into a halftime, make the adjustments, come out after halftime. Even in the NFL preseason games, you see that. Coaches like the teams to come out after halftime to go through all the routines of that and get a couple drives in, and then you make the changes. And that's what's happening here as well. For the Cardinals, Hunter Mortenson's in at the receiver spot. Jaden Little, who was on that punt return, is there as well. Trips right, split left. Tate Kirk, who has a touchdown pass, is at the quarterback spot, replacing Noah Schuback.
I don't think they've really got enough coverage up top there.
Trips right. They're going to hand the ball to Heed, and he's going to take it for, we'll give him 4 yards on the play. Coach Russell Sr. checks in. Just finished watching his game or listening to his son's game. Coach Russell Jr. Blue Ridge is now 3-0. So
Yeah.
Coach Barry Russell, Coach Russell Sr.'s now checking in on the Cardinals. 2nd down, 6, and a flag. 1:43 in the 3rd quarter.
Foul start on the center. 5 yards, replay 2nd down.
Robert, I don't know if you heard, I was telling folks earlier in the game, I met Mr. Johnson, the referee down there, very nice man before the game, and of course he was doing what everybody does and commenting on how beautiful this facility is. How they were proud to get to work a game here, he said.
Well, he kind of stuck out on his first call. I bet he just seems like a very positive guy, even by his calls.
Pull the ball down, Tate Kirk with a nice
Yeah.
run, tough run, and a first
Oh.
down. The ball comes loose.
All right, we're going to find out who's tougher at the bottom of that pile.
The pile is at the Memorial 40. And the clock stopped at 1:22. And Memorial says they have it. And now the officials say the Warriors have it. So turnover by the Cardinals offense. And here comes the Cardinals D again with lots of substitutions. We're going to have Brody McDowell. We've mentioned some of these names already at a linebacker spot. Weatherton at the corner. Try to get all the names in here. Jalen Frazier, we've mentioned, is in the game. Kendall Taylor's playing the nose guard. Ryan Hayter is playing defensive end.
I got a text message encouraging me to steal your line half 100, but I think you beat me to it.
Which one?
Half 100.
Half 100, yes,
Yeah.
sir. We've already pulled that one out. Barry
Yep.
Switzer, yep.
That's too slow.
Here we go. Twins right, hand the ball. Going left, getting strung out. Good defense by the Cardinals.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 black jerseys around that ball carrier.
A.J. Warren's a very talented number 6 sophomore receiver for the Warriors, but Cardinals D, even the second D here, is playing very, very well. We have less than a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals leading 59-6. Remember, 2 weeks from tonight, the Cardinals are hosting the Anna Coyotes. And 2 weeks from tonight, the First Melissa Student Ministry is hosting a 5th quarter event right after the ball game. 2nd down, rolling right, throwing out an open receiver, but couldn't bring it in. 3rd down and long coming up for the Warriors. That First Melissa Student Ministry 5th quarter event right after the Anna Coyotes Melissa Cardinals game. Human foosball, Robert. Human foosball. Robert, you played that before?
I'm not a great foosball guy.
No, human foosball.
Human.
Like you get in these big bubbles and you like human foosball.
No, I'm out on that.
Yeah.
I don't have enough
Well,
lead
you're
in my
you're
britches.
too old for this thing anyway.
Too old and too light.
Human foosball, soccer darts, glow party, food truck, music, and more. First Melissa Student Ministry 5th quarter event 2 weeks from tonight, right after the ball game. 3rd down and long.
Rip that ball out.
And Stites, the quarterback, is going to be tackled for a loss, and we're going to see the Warriors punt the football again. The final 10 seconds counting down. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham with Dr. Robert Rich, Deputy Superintendent, and Coach Jackson's plenty happy to let the 3rd quarter clock expire. After 3 stanzas of play, your Melissa Cardinals leading 59-6. We'll take a break and come back and bring you the 4th quarter right after this.
Now through October, when you replace your existing AC system with a Duquesne Complete System from Hutchins Plumbing and Air Conditioning, you'll get more than just a cool house. When you upgrade, we'll install your choice of a home purifier system or a 10-year water heater for free. That's right, free. Give your home a tune-up in more ways than one. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Call the folks who do it all at Hutchins Plumbing and Air Conditioning. or visit us online today.
Get it done right, right now.
Are you crazy for cards?
Cause we are! Upgrade to the VIP package, and we'll deliver it to you!
Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham, joined right now by Dr. Robert Rich, as we have finished 3 quarters of play here on senior night number 2 in Melissa, Texas. You are watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network district game number 1. And the Cardinals are going to get out of here with a big win tonight, and a whole bunch of players are going to get action tonight. And Robert, I've said it already to Keith Murphy and Kenny Deal, I'm sure you've noticed as well, but the Warriors didn't dress out but about 30 guys tonight, so they can't make a lot of substitutions because they don't have a lot of guys out there.
Yeah, you know, and it's a lopsided score, but their kids are still playing hard. I give them a lot of credit for that. That's good coaching.
Jaden Little was the punt returner for the Cardinals. He stopped immediately, and the Warriors' defense comes out. And I told the gentleman earlier in the game, Coach Jackson of the Warriors says he's told Coach Nally he's literally walking up and down the hallways trying to recruit players to come out for football.
Yep.
And since you're the stat guy, I'll throw it out for you. Coach Nally has 252 football players in grades 9 through 12 for the Cardinals this year. Tate Kirk hands the ball to Heed on first down over the right side, following the block of Elijah Almazan. And he'll pick up 3 yards on the play. 11 and a half minutes to go in the game. Robert, we're going to have to pick the offensive and defensive players of the game here in a little while. 2 receivers left. Davis is split wide left. 2 receivers right as well. Second down, 6. Throw it out to the right side. Tate Kirk completes the pass for a first down, and that is Gavin Carey on the grab for the Cardinals. First down. We do have a flag on the play. Stops the clock 11:07, so we are not in a running clock situation. Bernard Johnson, the referee.
Blocking the back. Offense number 81. Spot foul, 2 yards from the previous spot, from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
Penalty flag called against the Cardinals offense. Will back them up. And second down, 14 coming up for the Cardinals offense. Ball spotted at the Cardinal 33. Tate Kirk throws it into traffic, incomplete. It's going to bring up third down and long. And Little was the intended receiver. Third down. Here comes the Cardinals offense.
Yeah, we got no safety over the top, up top. Let's see if they try to go downfield.
Ball's on the right hash, 2 receivers to each side. Tate Kirk fakes the handoff, throws a slant route. It's going to be caught for very close to the sticks. Looks like he's going to get a first down. That's Hunter Mortensen, senior number 81 on the catch. And they are going to give him a good spot and a first down.
Great job by him knowing where that first down marker is and curling up right there. So many players pulled up just a little bit short.
First down Cardinals, clock rolling, 10-10 to go in the ball game. Cardinals are going to come out of here 2-1 on the season with a 1-0 district record before we go play on Thursday night next week. Hand the ball off. Heed on the carry, and a nice tough run moves the pile about 10 yards. Where's jersey number 40 for the Cardinals? Tough run.
Billy Hyde straight at the middle is going to pick up another Cardinal first down.
42-yard line. It is first down for Melissa. And the Cardinals are keeping the offense moving. They're not using a lot of play clock. Another carry for number 40, and he'll pick up 2 yards on the play.
Billy Hyde picks up 2.
Lots of college football action tomorrow around the country as well. The Black Knights are not in action. The undefeated Army Black Knights are not in action tomorrow. But lots of games going on around the country. See which games are of interest to the local fans. Second down 8. Tate Kirk rolls to his right, completes the pass on a little out route. Nice throw and catch. And that pass is caught again by Mortensen. Texas A&M at Florida Gators. Tulane at Boomer Sooner.
Well, we got 1-1 coverage up the top again. It just feels like me they got to attack that eventually.
Here comes 1st and 10.
Nope.
They throw it out to the right side on the short little receiver stick route. And that catch is made by Gavin Carey. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. Georgia at Kentucky tomorrow. LSU at South Carolina. Notre Dame at Purdue. Notre Dame, who paid Northern Illinois $1.4 million to come beat them at home last week. Hand the ball off to Heat, and he's going to have a first down. Tough run inside the 15-yard line.
He's a handful. I wouldn't want to face him one-on-one.
He runs tough. Number
He is
40.
running downhill.
Ole Miss at Wake Forest. Oregon and Oregon State play tomorrow. Here's a first down and 10. They fake the handoff, throw it out, has the receiver open, but he couldn't bring it in. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Stop the clock, 7:31 to go in the ball game. This is Trey Graham and Robert Rich.
Well, we never did see the running clock. I guess both coaches agreed they want to build, they want to work, they want to develop some things, so this is a great learning opportunity for kids.
I agree. Here comes 2nd down, 10. 2 receivers left. And hand the ball off to Heat, and he's going to, again, tough run. Push the pile down to the 11. 3rd down coming up as we're at about 7 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll go ahead and check the stat board over here as most of the starters for the Cardinals, their evening is complete. Noah Schuback had 5 touchdowns, Robert, in his first 2 games. He had 6 tonight. Transfer, new student, moved in from the state of Alabama. Tate Kirk throws it out to the right side. It's going to be caught for a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal, Cardinals. And good play there.
Yeah, it was a good ball game. The part that Noah played, he threw the ball downfield well, didn't throw it into trouble, lowered his shoulder, made some hard runs when he had to.
And the freshman running back, Bear Tabor, runs for 128 yards, 10 yards a carry tonight. Here's 1st and goal, Cardinals at the 2.5-yard line. And Tate Kirk fakes the handoff, takes it himself, touchdown Cardinals. Nice job by number 15 with the quarterback touchdown run, and now he'll come hold for the PAT.
What is Chinamura's stats for tonight? He was hitting the hole fast and showed some speed.
10 carries for 51 yards. Sham McGregor on again. Snap is back. The kick is up and good. Cardinals lead 66-6. It's been a beatdown here for the Warriors.
That's an area of our program that's really improved the last few years. The kicking game, field goal, kickoffs, punts. We perennially have struggled in that area. Coaching staff has done a good job of developing kids. That's a great looking kick coming off his foot.
Jacob Nye, 2 touchdown catches. Jaden Poole, 2 touchdown catches. The tight end Reese Carter, 2 touchdown catches. And the other brother, Brett Poole, with a touchdown reception. Shaheed has a touchdown run, and now Tate Kirk has a touchdown run. And we mentioned last week that the Cardinals held the Frisco Raccoons to 13 yards rushing in the entire ball game. Right now, the Warriors have minus 22 yards rushing in this ball game. And as Coach Deal expertly said last week, that will win you games when you hold the team to negative yards rushing.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen a lot of adjustments on defense by the Cardinals tonight. They haven't needed it. They've been playing a shell and keeping everything in front of them. This is a very balanced team right now.
Well, and as you said, it's a great way to start the district schedule. You've got a great chance. It's going to be fair caught on another pooch kick. Warriors will take over at the 25. Because we all know how the scouting system works and the teams preparing for one another, but this is going to give the district mates something to worry about as they have to get ready for the Cardinals. Lovejoy continues to put it on Frisco Liberty. It's with 5 minutes to go in the game. It's 76-0. The Todd Dodge offense is alive there in Lucas, Texas. Stites is the second quarterback. He's in the game now for the Warriors. 1st and 10 from their own 25, halfway through this fourth quarter. 2 receivers to each side. Stites fakes the handoff, throws it into the right flats. It's going to be caught.
Make a tackle.
He steps out of bounds there. Good. Well, everybody blows the whistle and everybody keeps playing. But it's going to give him a short gain. And where are they going to spot him? I think that's what Mr. John Madden would call a completion for none yards.
Yep.
So we're going to have 2nd and 10. Trips left, 1 receiver right. And the clock is rolling. 5:25 in the ball game. Cardinals in their 3-4 defense. Stites is changing the play here on 2nd and 10. Snap is a high one. He brings it down, hands off, and they run right into the arms of Uche Dimka, who is most famous last week because he's the young man that picked up the blocked PAT and ran it back for 2 points against Frisco. 4:50 and counting in the ball game. Here comes 3rd down, 10.
This has been a pretty cleanly played game by both teams. Not a lot of penalties, no dirty plays on both sides. Very clean.
Stites, the quarterback, rolls to his left, has pressure, tries to turn the corner, tucks it away, and he's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be 4th down, and we presume punt time for Coach Jackson and the Warriors. 4:28 to go in the ball game. Cardinals leading by 60 points. And they're going to get the football back as the Warriors send out the punt game. Prosper Walnut Grove will be 1-0 in the district. Lovejoy will be 1-0. Frisco Independence will be 1-0, and your Melissa Cardinals will be 1-0 in the first night of district play. Punt will go out of bounds. Well, it's going to get a good roll for the Warriors.
Good roll, good bounce. Yeah, Lovejoy just didn't show anything in preseason, but they let it all hang out in the first game, didn't they?
Well,
they showed up with a vengeance.
As you said it, new coaching staff, new philosophy. And nobody should be surprised. Todd Dodge is one of the best coaches in Texas football, high school football history. So,
well, it's not like he took over a team that wasn't doing well.
Exactly.
He took off.
So you got a good program team with a good coach. You knew it was coming. Four minutes to go in this ball game. Cardinals have it at their own 34-yard line. And Tate Kirk's going to throw it out to the right side. Caught by Little. And the turf monster got him. Spotted at the 42, gain of 4.
That was really a small play, but a great play by Hunter Mortensen. That ball was coming right at for him for just a second. It looked like it was coming to him. He put his hands up. He realized it wasn't. Went right over his head to the intended receiver.
2nd and 6. Hand the ball off to the Cardinals. That carry was made by Jaden Bradley, his first carry of the night, as the Cardinals keep getting the various young men in on the action. We will be at the Soccer House next Thursday at Toyota Stadium. Frisco Liberty will be hosting your Cardinals a week from now, 6 days from now. Then 2 weeks from now, the Purple People will be here. And they're going to hand the ball off again. Tough run up the middle and a good first down carry there by Bradley. 2 weeks from tonight, the defending state champs, we got to give them their props. Defending state champ Anna Coyotes will be here for a big game. And remember, the First Melissa Student Ministry has the 5th quarter event after that ball game, 2 weeks away.
Yeah, we certainly expect that to be a much more crowded house.
First down, throw it out to the left side, caught there by Little. Picks up about 5 yards.
The second team is looking good. I know they're not necessarily playing the starters, but there hasn't been that much of a drop-off peer to peer.
They have looked sharp. 2nd and 5 coming up. And Robert, we got to start figuring out our offensive and defensive players of the game here, as we have 2 minutes to go in this game. High snap and give it to Bradley again, and he'll pick up about 2. 3rd and 3 coming up. And so the way this works, Robert, is I'm going to throw a bunch of stats out at you, and I'm also going to remind you that Noah Schuback was the offensive player of the game a week ago. So with his 6 touchdown passes tonight, he's a definite candidate. And 3rd down to, I believe the down marker says 2nd, but nevertheless throw it out for a first down, and the catch is going to be by Hunter Mortensen.
Well, I'll tell you, in the preseason, as I was watching, from my perspective, which isn't particularly informed, it seemed like we weren't hitting the hole very quickly. It didn't look like that tonight. I'd like to see one of the running backs or the offensive line, because, again, those earth movers are the ones that have been opening those windows.
I think we're going to go ahead and call it. Our 5 starting O-linemen are going to be our offensive players of the game. They deserved it for the great work they've done opening holes and protecting the quarterback. Tate Kirk's going to put a knee on the ground here, and they're going to have to do that one more time. So we're going to say congratulations to the Cardinals starting offensive line tonight for being our offensive players of the game. Max Wright, Owen Hollenbeck, Demondre Tasby, Jake Brown, and Ryder Slayton. And Robert, when we film the Cardinal Scoreboard show every Monday evening, and in the past when we've invited all 5 O-linemen to be the players of the game, you got to get a big angle, camera shot for those 5 big fellas.
Yeah. I think that's a little self-serving on your part. You get to interview all 5 of them.
Well, none of them talk a lot, at least on camera. I don't know about it in real life, but on camera they don't talk a lot.
I'll tell you what, when those guys say something, it needs to be heard. They don't mince a lot of words, do they?
We're going to have...
That's ball game.
I think we have a timeout on the field.
Oh, we do. 3 seconds.
And we're going to say congratulations to Grayson Donahoe for being our defensive player of the game. Played an excellent job at the linebacker spot. So congratulations to Grayson Donahoe, senior linebacker, for being the defensive player of the game.
Have a choice timeout to Melissa.
Now, Coach Nally doesn't do things for no reason, so we're going to have to see what his rationale was, calling the timeout with 3 seconds on the clock. And we'll be able to ask him on Monday night at the Cardinal Scoreboard Show, where we interview our players of the game each week. All right, the coach's favorite formation, the victory formation. Tate Kirk will be under center. put one more knee on the ground, and that's going to do it. Cardinals are going to take the Memorial Warriors, as coaches like to say, to the woodshed tonight. Final score, Melissa 66 and the Warriors 6. Congratulations to Coach Matt Nally and a big win tonight. Cardinals are 2-1 on the season, 1-0 in the district. Memorial is going to fall to 0-3 on the season, and of course 0-1 in the district. Robert, it's been great to visit with you. Your final thoughts on the ball game tonight?
You know, it's just a lot of fun. So much fun to see our kids be successful. You know, watching them put the work in, and there's so much that goes into this program, and it not necessarily on the field. I mean, that's the fruit. But what they're working on with their character development program, the way these coaches invest in kids and the way this team is playing for each other, it's really fun to watch.
It's been a fun night if you're a Cardinal fan here on senior night number 2. It's been fun having our series of special guests. Mr. Murphy here in the first quarter, then Coach Kenny Deal. You may have heard of him. He was here in the second quarter, and then Dr. Robert Rich here in the second half. We want to thank you for spending your Friday evening with us. You're invited to join us on Sunday mornings at First Melissa, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. We want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors, and we thank all of our folks for listening tonight. Remember, we'll be here Thursday evening, 7 p.m. kickoff. Cardinals on the road at the Toyota Center. Thursday, 7 p.m. kickoff, 6:30 pregame show on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Thanks to our producer, Trevor, and all the students down the way, Max and all the smart people down the hall who are making the technology work. Thank you all for listening and watching tonight. It's a great night to be a Cardinal. 66-6 is your final score. For Robert Rich, this is Trey Graham on the Melissa Cardinals Network saying good night from Melissa, Texas.